Oh.
Cool. So, dude, we haven't done an episode in like a month.
Yeah.
It feels like forever.
Wait. Can we tell the people why is it filmed like this right now?
Coronavirus spreading.
Yeah. We lost the camera to it.
Welcome back to the Morning Dinner Podcast, everybody. Episode number 90 with Gina Joy Chong. And if you guys don't know who Gina Joy Chong is, well, let me give you a little bio here. Gina Joy Chong is a photographer and content creator born and raised in Las Vegas. Having graduated from UNLV with a business marketing degree. In 2014, she decided to dive into live event photography with her background in internet marketing, social media, and special events. To date, she has worked with and photographed for many artists, including Cascade, Deadmau5. Is it Deadmau5 or Deadmau5? Deadmau5, Electric Forest, Splash House, Hard Summer, and more. This is going to be a very fun episode because we've known Gina for
a
couple years at least.
A while, fool.
And she always kills it. I love following her on Instagram. Her work is dope. She's always doing something different. I'm excited for this podcast, man. Is there anything that you're looking forward to knowing from her?
Everything, and just how her freelance game is going.
I'm just hyped to get her on because we've been trying for like a year or two.
When we were in the trap house. When
we started doing this podcast, and she's finally agreed, and she's finally like, you know what, guys? Let's do it. So here we are doing it, guys. Without further ado, we present episode 90 of the Morning Dinner Podcast.
I hope it's episode 90.
I hope so, too. It's been so long.
If not, it'll be episode 91. But
every time I come in the kitchen, you in the kitchen, in the goddamn refrigerator. I sure am hungry.
So we really opted off for like the cheap route for building the podcast studio.
Because we wanted the same looking headphones, so we didn't want to spend like $30 on each headphones. These are 12, so that's why. So aesthetically, same with the mics.
Yeah.
Like you know better than anybody. A good pair of headphones is like $150. You know what I mean? Like minimum.
$12. I mean, it's for the look though.
You can't really complain. You can't really complain for $12 headphones. They do the job.
Yeah.
And you know what? The people who are watching the episode can't tell they don't sound good.
Yeah.
Unless you talk about it.
That is true. They could be not working for all they care.
Exactly.
We could be like, these are just props.
Yeah.
All right, you guys ready to dive back into it?
Yeah.
Dive back into it. All right, cool. Episode 80. Wait, no, this is 90?
90, I think.
Episode 90 of the Morning Dinner Podcast, everybody. We got Gina Joy Chong in the house.
Hola.
What's up, Gina?
Hi.
For people who are tuning in to the Morning Dinner Podcast, who are you and what do you do?
My name is Gina Joy Chong. I am a photographer, a videographer, editor.
Pretty much what's it called? Master of all trades.
Yep.
I like that. I like that photo you took of me a while back, where it was like a 2.5D photo, kind of like a thing.
That's when I was fucking with the. Oh, can I?
Yeah, you can cuss.
Oh, okay.
Wait, what's 2.5D?
2.5D.
It's not 2.5D.
It's just a 3D camera. It's the Nishika 8000.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. That thing that goes like
That's
this.
That's the last time I saw you.
Where it's like turning. Was that the last time?
Yeah.
Wasn't DJ Cricket's the event the last thing?
Did I see you there?
Yeah, I was with Chuck. Yeah.
I see you like every other week.
Chuck's I don't leave the house except to do this podcast. So yeah. But that photo. What is it called?
Nishika 8000.
Nishika 8000.
Yeah.
How does it do that? Because
that
blew my mind.
4 photos?
Yeah, 4 photos. So 4 photos. You get them. I think it's like half of the film for each one, so it takes up 2. And then you get them, and then you have to put it together in Photoshop.
Oh.
It's a long ass process.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of work.
But I just saw this app on. I think people are using it on Instagram, but it's like a fake one where they're just like shifting the photo a little bit.
But can you tell the difference?
Oh yeah.
You can.
It's like a fake ass one, but
I never understood like when it comes off photography, I get lazy.
Yeah.
I like easy, like you know what I mean. And maybe it's bad, but like film photography, right? I don't understand people who do film and then post it on Instagram. Like, do you defeat the purpose of doing that? Like, isn't the purpose of doing film photography to keep it physical and not have it to go digital?
There's a certain feel to film. I learned digital first, so I'm still like learning.
What was the first camera you learned photography with?
A Rebel T4i.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got it as
so that was around the T3i age.
Yeah.
What was your first camera? Digital.
T3i. Wait, digital? Yeah, T3i.
Yeah.
What's yours?
XT Rebel, like a old ass camera. The shutter pin broke on me, and I was so sad.
Did you ever hear of the Canon XHA1? It's a video camcorder.
No.
Okay, so when I started getting into video before I got into photography, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I went on Craigslist, and this porn guy was selling it for like I think it was like $1,500.
How do you know he was a porn guy?
Because he told me.
Did he leave some shit on there?
He told me. Plus, you could just tell.
POV.
Yeah.
You could just tell the guy like rolled up in a van at the Fry's parking lot. He had a bag full of DV tapes. I'm like, yeah, I know what you do, man. but yeah, shortly after I sold it, I bought a T3i.
He's like passing it down to you. He's like, take care of this.
One day, son, there will be an app called OnlyFans, and this will come in real handy.
What is OnlyFans?
So you haven't heard of OnlyFans?
No, I've been seeing it on Twitter, and
I find this hard to believe. So it's essentially it's a website. It's a subscription-based website.
So it's like Patreon almost.
It's like
right?
Patreon kind of, right? But people your supporters pay to watch XXX content, which is like porn, pretty much the porn that you produce, self-produced porn. It's kind of like how YouTube kind of made the independent person a filmmaker. That's kind of what it does to porn stars. Like you don't have to be at a studio.
Do you always have to do porn? I don't think you have to.
There's
I don't
probably
think you
like
have
weird
to.
ass like fetish.
Yeah,
on
like
there, right?
probably like feet things. Like you're just showing your feet.
I like
off.
how we automatically
Yeah.
think of
'Cause, like,
feet things. Or
when
like,
people
oh yeah,
like
things.
feet, I'm like, nah, I'm still.
I know a few people that like
Dude.
feet stuff.
It's
It's a big community.
There's
I
this girl
think.
who's made a couple $100 off just one photo.
Damn.
People are on that. I told
Am I in the wrong industry?
I told my younger
should I
sister
be
that.
doing that shit?
I told my younger sister, she's like, okay, so I got to change my career field.
I'm like,
But anywho, not getting too off topic.
Oh.
Off topic here. How did you start getting into photography? Because from the work that I've seen you post a lot of like event stuff.
Yeah.
But you sent us your background, and you actually went to UNLV for business marketing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did that transition happen? First of all, before we do that, like what made you go to college for business marketing in the first place?
For business marketing, it was kind of like a safety like major.
Oh,
I was just
okay.
kind of like figuring out what I was gonna do, and I was like, business marketing, yeah, it's pretty broad. I think I could find a job after that.
It's
and I
better
didn't
than
know.
going to college for psychology.
Yeah.
A lot of people are doing that now.
Yeah, college.
That's like their safety.
Yeah. Psychology, communication.
Business
I think
makes
business,
sense.
Yeah.
But were you doing photos or anything type
Not
of work?
then until senior year. So like at UNLV, I didn't do anything. I didn't even take any like film classes or anything.
Wow.
Yeah. So I did this like internship for this social media company, and one of her clients was Mayor Carolyn Goodman, and I had to like follow her on her campaign, and she was like, "Can you take some photos with your DSLR?" I just got it as a gift. I didn't know how to fucking use it. And I was like,
But
yeah,
you have
sure.
a nice camera.
Yeah, I was like, sure, I'll like do it. And I just shot on auto. I followed her around, and then I would like upload them, and then she would upload them to Twitter. And that's kind of my first intro to like using my camera, like holding it and like actually using it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty dope though.
So, but eventually you started getting into like events and things like that?
Yeah. And then
Okay.
I was like learning about it, and I was super into it. I was just like, I want to do this, like, because I love going to concerts, and that was like my thing. But being able to like shoot them was like a whole like eye-opening experience for me. So I was like, I think this is what I want to do. And like I had like a corporate job at Caesars after college. I was doing like special events there. Like
That's kind of a good
Photography?
corporate job.
no, not for photography.
Oh, okay,
So
just, like,
I was
setting up
doing that.
rooms.
Yeah, it was like very corporate for all of the Caesars casinos. It was like doing like slot tournaments and like gift giveaways and trying to get people to sign up to like the loyalty program.
Oh,
and so
God.
that's something like I could have moved up in, but I was like, I kind of like doing photo more, and I was like, maybe I'll just quit and then just like wing it. I don't know. And
You
then I
know who
did.
has a good loyalty program? Boulder Station.
Really?
You
What do
sign
they have?
up. It's like $6.
Yeah.
No, not $6. I think it's free
For
to
what?
sign.
Damn, you're getting
it's
old,
free.
bro.
It's free to sign up. Like, look, man, I'm
That's how
Mexican.
old we are.
shit.
I'm Mexican. We look for the deals. All right, buddy. Guy.
Us
Can I
Asians
call you
too.
Guy? So you sign up for the free loyalty rewards program,
Uh-huh.
and you get $6 all you can eat buffet.
Oh shit.
Okay,
$6.
I like that.
$6. And they got the
Alright.
breakfast, bro. They make the eggs on the spot.
That's too far from me, bro.
Where? Boulder Station.
Boulder Station.
Oh
I'm on the east side. I'm Mexican.
Yeah.
You stay with your peeps.
Are you 100% like freelance right now at the time?
100%. 3 years in March.
Wow, that's so
Yeah.
tight.
Yeah.
That's more consistency than anything we've ever done.
Yeah, I know. I just kind of just put my 2 weeks in.
Actually,
so.
that's
Really?
That's the time
Yeah.
that Chuck got off the internet. 2015.
Yeah, that was the last time I posted on Instagram. I was like, man,
Dude, you
social
make
media
so much
shit.
cool shit and you never post it.
Yeah,
And
it's like whack to me. That's why.
why?
I don't know, because I just feel like I've been getting and I haven't even got. Get the fuck out of me, bro! I thought you were gonna touch my lips. She's like,
I was gonna pet you, bro. Nah, you had like a white hair on your mic.
Oh, okay, thank you. Yeah, just I don't know. I don't feel it.
Because I see them like Commonwealth like post stuff like really dope like animated flyers, and I'm like, I know Chuck did that.
Yeah,
but
secretly.
I didn't. You never post any of your shit, so I'm like, okay.
I think it got to a point where I was just like, I'm chilling right now. I don't really want to do too much work like this. So I was like trying to like stay away from it.
Yeah.
But then the word of mouth just kept going behind the scenes, and I was able to get a shit ton of gigs from there. But hopefully that's why I definitely salute you, because I'm hitting that freelance world in the next like 2 or 3 weeks.
Coming out here to my site.
Yeah, see how it is. Probably gonna hate it. No, I'm just kidding.
I thought you were freelance for a little bit.
I'm like, I had a 9 to 5, but I did freelance after. So I was working like basically 2 jobs constantly. And it just made me upset, because I'm like, for 2 years straight of just hustling super hard and working day and night.
Hey, I can vouch for this man. Has been working hard. When we were living together,
grinding.
Like this dude was up till like 2 in the morning, and I know, because I was watching The Office. And I was texting. I was just fucking around. I texted him at 2 a.m. and trying to brawl, and he's up at that time working on like websites and graphic designs and schedule. Yeah, this man's a hard worker.
Are you freelance too?
Part time. I have a full time right now.
Oh, okay.
So
it's like it's both, right?
It's a little 50-50. I do as much freelance as I can. And I use up like all my vacation days to go do freelance, but it's not like, because of my situation with student loans, I kind of have to take advantage of the full-time work. Yeah. And then do the side hustle at the side.
Yeah.
I think it's just nice. It's nice being able to finally see what like this freelance world is like. And since also it's just because I worked like 2 years straight hustling hard.
Yeah.
And I barely saved up any money. And the place I'm working at, like I see that people spend that in less than a minute.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn. I don't think I'm doing this shit right.
It's like
so
a never-ending cycle.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not just gonna do freelance either. I was gonna look for other things.
I salute you, because I don't. Here's the thing. So like,
Scary.
even though I have a full-time job, I don't think I could go freelance the way most people go freelance.
Why not?
Where it's like, I'll just let jobs. I'll do whatever job comes my way.
Yeah.
I would have to have like, this is my business that I want to do, and I only do that because, like, first of all, trying to depend on, when you're used to the income coming in all the time.
Yeah.
You kind of want to keep that up. So that gets me to the mind of like wanting to have a business where it's like, I don't have to necessarily work super hard to get the money coming in, but at the same time, I'm doing something in the creative realm. Yeah. But yeah, like, just, I've had so many gigs in the past like 3 or 4 years where I'm just like, oh God, I wish I didn't do this job. You know what I mean?
Because I have a few questions on just like freelance, like when you started in the freelance realm, I guess you can say, were you selling yourself? Like, were you going up to people and saying, this is what I do, blah, 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 or how'd you do it?
So I did like very low marketing, very little marketing. Like when I first started, I tagged along to a lot of like music video shoots, and I just shot like behind the scenes photos for free. And then I started shooting a lot of our friends like in the music scene, the downtown scene for free. And then that got me like more gigs. And yeah. Like Marge, and you've shot Marge before a few times, right? Marjorie.
Marjorie.
Yeah.
So
like Downtown People, Surreal, Nick and Nate. Who else? Amy Guess. Like just a lot of local artists.
So doing a lot of stuff for free, and then it kind of started putting the word out. Like
I literally did photo shoots like in my house, like just like around like the windows and like the backyard and shit like that.
I mean, at the beginning, was it super inconsistent, and then it started getting better?
It was super inconsistent.
What made you keep doing it? Like, what didn't make you be like, fuck, I need to get a job?
Because I gotta pay my bills. No.
Oh, yeah. So the hustle was still
there. I'm like, I gotta pay rent and shit. Yeah. So yeah, it was tough in the beginning.
No, because I know it's super scary. It's like, damn, if I don't get a gig this month, I'm not gonna be able to pay your bills. You can usually find one, but it's like, that's the thing, and I feel that's where I want to take that step, is just see like, okay, what's this freelance world about?
The first consistent thing I got was like shooting the nightclubs. So Hakkasan Group, they have like 5 venues on the strip. So that was like my like weekend thing. And so I at least had that to go off of. And then throughout the week, I would try to get like convention stuff or like more music stuff. So that's kind of how.
So once again, were you hitting people up though, like emailing people? or
People
just more
hit
just
me up.
Oh,
I think
okay.
because they knew that I was
came
doing shit
chasing
for
you.
free. They were like,
yeah.
"Oh, she's cheap right now. I gotta."
That's what people know me for. They're like, "We'll do it for good."
That's such a bad rep to
I'm
have.
like, God damn it.
Yeah.
But
I have no idea what you guys are talking about. I charge a lot, and I think that's my problem.
Yeah.
Is I don't overvalue myself, but I value myself pretty high to the point where, like, for me, like, I love doing photography, but I don't. I see it. If it was like 50-50, it's more like 51-49 for me.
Yeah.
Like 51% being the business side of it. Like, I need to make sure that there's money behind whatever's happening, as opposed to, you know, for me, it's like I'd rather do something for free than do it for cheap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's part of the reason why I felt like the part-time freelance has been a better option for me.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, I'm not like that now. Like
Yeah.
now,
Well,
I
no,
have
you
like
killing
set
it now.
rates, and I'm like,
Oh,
you don't
yeah.
got the money? No.
Well, because
Sorry.
I listen to what was this guy Chris from Future? He's just like, always double your rate with the
Yeah.
new client. Double your rate,
Yeah.
and just keep doubling. And I have been doing that, and it's nice.
Yeah.
And at first though,
People have a budget for it. Like,
Yeah.
come on, like.
and that's the thing too. Like, understand that not all clients are. You're not able to sell to everybody. Some
Yeah.
people aren't just in the mood to be sold on.
Yeah.
So you have to understand, like, yeah, you might think I'm not cutting the market. I'm not like charging like $20 an hour.
Yeah.
I'm still charging way higher than anybody would,
Yeah.
you know, like a Cashman would.
It's $20
would
is
sell for.
an hour is nothing, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
have
I
you
do
guys
way
worked
more.
for Cashman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Wait,
have
have
both
you?
of you? No.
No. We
Okay.
worked for the wedding portion.
Oh,
So we were
okay.
like doing the little controls and doing the 3 cameras.
And it was $20 an hour.
Was it?
Nah,
Eight-
we're making
16?
like $12 an hour.
Oh,
We're making $12 an hour. But I will say this: there were a lot of perks to that job.
What? Going
You
to hella weddings?
Well, no. Every wedding that you every wedding that you shot was inside of a casino. So you always got access to the EDR, the employee dining
Yeah,
room.
before they got super strict.
Yeah.
And it was so.
Oh, I don't know about that now.
MGM was so good. They
And
had
they, and they had
such
free
good
parking
food.
back in the day. But
Yeah.
also, Cashman did this thing where, like, they would put, like, you were always guaranteed, like, I think like 28 or 32 hours, like, at least, right?
Oh, that's good.
But if there were like 1 or 2 weddings that week, like, you basically showed up and did nothing. Like, I would show up from 8 to 5 in the afternoon
Yeah.
and do a wedding at 12 o'clock noon.
You
That's
still
it.
get paid though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, that, and
That's all that
also
matters.
those weddings took like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Because you're just doing the ceremony. You're not doing anything else.
Oh, you guys were just recording it.
We're
Yeah.
chapel. We were in the
Oh,
chapels.
okay.
So we were inside of like a little control
Yeah.
booth
In a little closet.
with like 10 different monitors
just
and
switching
switches.
Yeah, it's like
Cams?
broadcast.
Oh,
you know,
just like
so
this.
the audio
Yeah.
and everything. Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's actually it was so easy. It was nice because that's what
Is
like
that how
I
you guys
just
met?
Nah.
Oh.
we met a long time ago.
Oh.
At some rapper introduced us.
Some
so
rapper.
I used to be an audio engineer back in the day.
Uh-huh.
And I had built a recording studio out of my parents' basement. And it was kind of like it was
nice.
a legit
It was
studio.
really
Like
nice.
we put a lot of money into it. But one of the rappers that I was recording had come in and he was doing like a day in the life videos. And little Chucky just comes down the stairs with a little
With my
T2i shooting 60 frames.
Aww.
And
Probably,
and no,
white balance off.
and
All
so
blue.
I was like recording the artist, and I just see like I'm like behind the mixer doing my thing, and as you see just Chuck coming to behind me with his camera going like, you know what I mean? And I'm like, oh, what kind of camera is that?
Face too.
I was like, what kind of camera is that? And he's like, oh, it's a T2i. I'm like, oh, okay, I have a T3i. That's when I had just bought it, and ever since that day, we hit it off the date, like the first date,
Dang.
and then we got each other's numbers. I hit him up to do a couple gigs in Arizona.
That's so long ago, bro.
Yeah.
Wow. And then you
Yeah.
guys even worked at Cashman together? You guys applied there?
Yeah, he got me
Yeah.
the gut job.
That's so cute.
I got you the job at Cashman.
And David.
The job at David's. Have you ever worked at David Sachs Productions?
No. What's that?
Don't ever work there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
No
I'm not even
idea
gonna
what
go
that is.
into
It's like
it.
a theater?
Yeah, the guy
Yeah.
has like a couple
Yeah.
theaters inside the Planet
Mhm.
Hollywood, but it's just a very like stressful like.
If you'd like to be micromanaged, hell yeah.
Oh, if
That's
you like
the
to,
job for you.
if you like to
Yeah.
have your computer recorded 24/7
Oh,
monitored.
jeez.
Yeah,
There's
He
someone
watches you.
watching that?
You have
Yeah.
the fucking guy who owns it.
Oh,
dude.
hell
One
no.
time the owner called me into his office just to talk about a video project they're working on, and I glanced over to the wall, and there's like 9 to 12 monitors on the wall with everybody's computer screen. Like,
That's when you found out.
and that's when I was like, oh crap, I should probably get off YouTube.
I should probably stop watching porn.
No, so we also didn't have like an area for like the creatives or whatever. We were inside of a room with like other like telemarketers and like
Yeah, it was
website
wild.
people. Like it was
Yeah.
a room, no joke, maybe the same size as this room, but there was like 10 people in there. Yeah, it was weird.
Sounds like fun.
Anyway, I want to role play a scenario real quick because we're talking about like freelancing, the full-time hustle. Yeah. So my name's Charlie. I would like you to film a music video for me, Gina. It's gonna involve a lot of green screen. My budget's $250. What can you do for me?
I could recommend you to a few people. Unfortunately, I'm booked that day.
She said, block.
Doesn't even tell me a day. Unfortunately, I am booked.
So is that what you usually do when you like get hit up with a budget that you're like, I can't do it. Like I won't, because you obviously you're at a point where you don't have to take in every gig that comes your way, right? Yeah. So what do you do to those, people who either they don't lowball you, but they just don't have the budget?
I tell them my rate. I'm like, this is, my rate. And if, your budget doesn't really fit around there, I'm happy to recommend some people. I'm always like very cordial with emails. I try to be, you don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. Well, because
that's the thing is like, your personality is everything in this industry, right? If somebody comes up to you with $100 budget and you treat them like crap, they might have known somebody with a $5,000 budget that just is not going to come your way anymore because their experience with you is not tarnished. Yeah. Plus, I'm sure you know a bunch of other creatives who are also maybe just starting out and they would love the experience of doing it.
Yeah, I've definitely done shit for $100, less than $100, $50. Yeah, for free. So I know how to. I know how that feels.
I've shot a whole wedding for.
I think we all have.
It was free, but
oh shit!
They gave me something. They gave me like.
Man, I don't like doing weddings.
No. It was my cousin's wedding.
I hate doing.
No lie though, I think now I'd be down to do weddings because I know how to work around them a little bit better. But realistically, they are some of the hardest things for me because it's so sporadic.
And it's such a special day. It's like so much pressure. You're like, oh my god, if I miss a moment, like you're fucked. Yeah, I've done 2 weddings, and after that, I was like, probably not for me.
It's kind of boring too, though, to me, because I'm like, okay, it's gonna be the same thing over and over and over again. Yeah. But I guess you can say that with everything to an extent.
Nah, here's my thing. I love weddings.
You love weddings?
I love them, but when it comes down to the edit, I get lazy.
That's why you should just give it to somebody, bro.
No, so my problem is like I get down the day of shooting. Yeah. I capture as much as I can. Like I'm hyped. When it comes down to like the day and the next day, I'm exhausted, and I just like let the edit sit around for like 2 months, because I just don't have that drive to edit. You know what I mean?
You just like shooting.
I just like shooting.
I love shooting too, because like when I edit, do you like editing or shooting more?
I don't know. That's a tough question.
Like, have you ever edited somebody else's footage?
Yeah.
Okay, here you go.
Do you like
Gina,
that?
We're gonna give you $1,000 to shoot a video, or would you take $800 to edit it?
No, fuck it. $1,000 to edit it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I would.
Which one would you take? And it's filming for.
If I was like, okay, I want to take the easy way out, I would shoot it. But I kind of like editing. Really? I like the editing process, and I like making something out of something that's like kind of shitty. I don't know.
I think I'm just lazy because like I shot.
I'm
like,
lazy too.
I shot sometimes. This competition. It was like 2 days, and I was like, oh my god, I got like 400 gigabytes of footage, and I'm like, fuck. And I'm going through it, and I'm scrubbing through, and I'm just like, this is like, you start getting bored, and I'm just like,
I've definitely hired people to go through my selects before.
But then you chop it up and edit. Oh, that's
like
smart.
They go through my selects, and then I go in and edit it, because that takes so much time.
God, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, my old roommate,
that's
Johnny,
genius.
He used to do that for me.
That is genius.
That's genius. That's what you needed with the wedding, because it's looking through the footage.
It's just going through the selects. That's the hardest part.
So that's what they call it? Yeah. I never knew that. I don't know any fucking terminologies in this business. I'm just like, crap. I could have done this if it done.
So much of my time wasted.
Yeah, that's the longest part of the process, I think.
It's the longest, because like you have to find the focus. Yeah, like wiggly footage where it's like, god damn it,
and I always speed it up. I always like 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. Like I speed it up. Yeah, I go through it so fast. I'm like,
I think I've seen those like highlight videos that you've done for events around town.
Which ones?
Some of them for DJ Cricket, I think, or the Commonwealth ones.
Cricket's Playhouse.
I do Cricket's Playhouse for like the past 2 years, 3 years. Yeah.
You do all the collective zoos and all that. Like,
collective zoo.
So dope. That when you did that fucking 1 day edit of was it Area 15?
Yeah, the alien one.
That's fucking crazy. So you went
Area
home.
51?
You put everything on the.
I didn't even sleep. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
See, that's that passion that I wish I still had.
You're gonna need it if you're going freelance.
Well, I do it for photos. Like, I
Yeah.
can do it for photos. That's easy for me.
Yeah.
But when it's video, I'm like, oh fuck. But now I know that.
I like video more. Is that weird?
I love video 10
Okay.
times more. I hate photos.
Yeah,
But
I
Wow.
like photos too.
But your photos are really good, and Keem's photos are really good. I look at my phone. I'm trash. And when I see
I
something
think all
trash,
my shit is trash.
yeah.
Sometimes
I look at my footage and I'm like, what the fuck was I doing? Or I get my photos and I'm like, why?
See,
the fuck did I take that?
Oh,
I'm the kind of
me
guy
every
where
day.
when I'm shooting something,
Uh-huh.
I get hyped. I'm like, dude, this is so dope. I love what I'm doing right
Uh-huh.
now. When I sit down to edit, I'm just like, my edits are trash.
Really?
I feel like my edits are trash. Like, they ruin everything. I know for a fact the first like 3 or 4 years of doing video, I know the color grade that I was doing with like, what was it? I think Final Cut had a software, Magic Bullet Looks,
Yeah.
and I would ruin every shot I ever
You
got.
guys
Contrast.
use Final Cut?
I used to. No, we've been
Premiere.
using Premiere for like the
Okay.
last 5-6 years.
Yeah.
Because I'm PC, so I can't even use that shit. Maybe if I get a virtual machine, I'd like to see if that worked. Because I heard they're getting really good now.
What's a virtual machine?
So you can basically just mimic other.
oh,
what
like
is it?
Hackintosh.
Yeah. So, because like I'd love to see if like I got a virtual machine and then did Final Cut on there, if it has that same rendering.
I've never used Final Cut. Is it different? Is
No.
it better?
It just
Is
has a
it
magnetic
worse?
timeline, so it's like every time you make an edit
Uh-huh.
and you cut, let's say you delete a clip, it pushes everything forward,
Oh.
so you don't have to go like, oh, where's this clip at the end of my?
I thought
timeline?
that it was more for just the processing power, like whatever it does with the files, it renders them out better. So even on a crappy Mac, you can still like scrub through 4K like nothing.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
what all the
Mac-
YouTubers are talking about. Like they're all
Final
like,
Cut runs like
And nobody
10
knows
times
why.
faster on Mac than Premiere does on a Mac.
Really?
I don't know. It's
Well,
just the engine, I guess.
I
they
guess
use.
it comes
Yeah,
in the
Premiere
in.
kind of crashes all the time.
Oh
for
my
me.
God.
A lot.
I think it's just you
I'm
because
just used to it
Premiere is
by now.
optimized for everything.
Mm-hmm.
Final Cut's literally just 1,000%, $1 trillion company focusing on their program
Yeah.
on their computer.
It's
So of
like
course it's
the
gonna
native
work.
program.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna work phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, have you tried? Do you edit in DaVinci? Have you ever tried it?
No, I never tried it.
That seems to be the move. That's what I.
That's what people make like
yeah.
edit movies on, right?
Yeah, because
Well, people edit movies on everything.
It's the thing is, Premiere,
It used,
Avid.
it used to be Avid Media.
They still do it on Avid.
Avid Media
A lot of
composes
shit.
what they do, like Game of Thrones on and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, nowadays it doesn't really matter what you use.
The
I
only
feel.
reason I want to try DaVinci is because it actually uses the CPU and GPU like equal. So, because like if you look at Premiere, it's using more of your CPU because they haven't optimized it to use all the GPUs. But in DaVinci, it uses them both perfectly almost. So that's why I want to try to get
I
into
heard it's
it.
good for coloring.
Yeah, I heard it's
like
really
the best
good
for coloring.
because it has all those fucking crazy ass
Yeah,
settings. And
but
see, that's another
never
thing,
use
the
it.
colorist world.
Yeah.
Like I'd be watching people, I'm like, whoa. But I like. Do you have your own presets on Lightroom?
Mm-hmm. I make my own.
Oh,
It
you
just
make
speeds up
your own?
the process. Yeah, I make my own, and then sometimes I get some and I tweak it, but like I usually use my own. Yeah, for different things like, oh, this is for the nightclubs. These are for festivals, daytime. This is for like food. This is for
Have you tried that? What's it? There's It's called Lightroom Classic now, right? Have you tried the new one? I think it's just called Lightroom.
Yeah, I don't know what the difference is.
I haven't used it yet. I've got it installed on my computer.
I don't want
but
to use it because it looks different when I went on it.
I heard it's like a Final Cut Pro version of a Lightroom where it's like more user friendly.
I heard there's Lightroom for your phone.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
Lightroom
I haven't
mobile.
used it yet.
There's so much
I
stuff
feel
haven't
so
used.
old. I'm like, why can't we just do things
Yeah,
on the
we're gonna
computer?
be like, we still use Premiere. There's gonna be some crazy ass program out
with
there.
like OnlyFans, like that's like an app on the phone. Like, why do we?
I don't
need
think
to
it's
do
an
that?
app. I don't
it's
think
not
it's
an app.
It's a website.
No, it's a website. It's
Oh.
like a Patreon. Just think, it's legit a Patreon.
I'm not even really familiar with Patreon, to be honest.
Yo, the guy who created it though is a genius because he
Why?
basically is like he gets a cut. He's basically a pimp because anyone who uploads,
He's like a pimp for creatives.
First of all, he gets unlimited free content. New free adult content, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and he gets a cut from everybody who pays. For it.
Okay.
So it's like getting paid twice there. You know?
Ayo.
But
That's
anywho,
so crazy.
I wanted to talk about what's it called? Is there what's the camera they're using right now?
Canon 1DX.
Canon
Mark
1
II.
Are you staying with that for a while, or are you thinking of upgrading?
Maybe
anytime
to the
soon?
3. I don't know.
Is that out?
Yeah, it's out, right?
I don't know anything anymore.
Yeah, it's like
There's so many cameras.
60 4K. No. It's actually RAW. I think it shoots RAW.
Oh shit, it's like 6 Gs.
Frick.
Oh.
Yeah, 7 Gs.
Here's the only thing. The only reason I switched from Canon to Sony though is because the video files I heard on the 5D Mark IV, they were like motion JPEG files or whatever.
It's not like that for the one.
Is it the same
motion
for the
motion JPEG?
There were some kind of different video files where like if you recorded a 10-second clip, it's like 5 gigabytes. It's not that much, but it's like 2 or 3 gigabytes for a 10-second clip. It was a lot. Like,
I don't
files
know.
are huge.
I don't think it's that big. I mean, I've been using it for the past 2 years. I think. Yeah.
And it runs fine on your.
Yeah, it's fine. It's a beast.
that camera's huge.
It's heavy as fuck. And with like the 7200.
That's how you stay fit, girl.
I know. That's like my only form of workout, really. Like
for people who are watching the episode on YouTube and the video podcast, do like a visual representation of how big that camera is in your hands. Like
it's definitely bigger than our heads.
It's bigger than your head.
I feel weird doing this position.
What is this TikTok dance?
I know.
I'll cut this out.
Just put a sensor bar over it.
So just put the camera because she might that look huge. If it's
It's just
yeah.
Let me
Look like
show
a
you.
toaster.
Let me show you my A6500. I'm done. Like this is it.
Yeah.
Bro,
And
it's
it's
like
so
a
I have
GoPro.
an A6300.
Yeah, dope camera. Have
Yeah.
you seen the A64?
No.
It's supposed to have, like they got rid of the recording limit,
Uh-huh.
so it does unlimited, and it's got a flip out screen.
Oh,
You see that
the flip out screen.
You see the Sony FX9?
No.
That's crazy. It's like
Oh, you
cinema
haven't?
quality,
No.
and it's the focus on it. So it's a cinema camera, I guess. Would you say?
Yeah, it's definitely a cinema
It's
camera.
a cinema camera,
It's
but
like
it has
the little-
the autofocus.
It's
and
the one up from the FS7.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's after the FS7
Uh-huh.
and before the like when you get to like the F55, I think,
Uh-huh.
or those higher $20,000-$30,000 cameras.
Yeah.
Because I think the price tag is still like 10,000 or 11,000.
Yeah, it's like
Oh,
11,000 or
shit.
something.
Yeah. It's
But
expensive.
it's crazy. Like the autofocus.
Uh-huh.
Because our homie did a YouTube video on it. It's so slick.
Is that what you're going to get?
No.
You're like,
I'm at a point where I'm just like, I'm not going anywhere in my career with video like that. So I'm just gonna.
I'm actually getting a
this
T2i. That's
I'm going backwards.
I'm challenging myself. Okay, I don't need all these nice cameras.
I
just say
love
that.
my A6300. That's the one I bring to concerts that like I'm not shooting, but I
Yeah.
just like want to bring on with like the kit lens.
They let you bring it
Yeah.
into the festivals.
Yeah.
yeah, it's small.
It's hella
They
small.
think it's a digital
yeah,
camera.
and they're like,
motherfuckers. I need to get
use
one.
a
Now.
kit lens, and I'm just like, oh hell yeah.
I was like, how'd you get this dope ass shot? I'm
Yeah.
like, fuck. Okay, now I know. I'm gonna get one
That's what I
too.
use.
Wait, so have you done like touring photography, like
Yeah.
event like
This
event touring?
past year, I've done like a festival run with this DJ named Please and Thank You.
Ooh.
Yeah, I went to Electric Forest, which was on my list. I did Shaky Beats, and there's a few others. I forget which ones. They were like in random ass cities, like Ozark, Arkansas. There was one there. Oh, Backwoods.
Ozark is a real place.
No.
these?
I have
Like, they're
zero-
like all,
the
like,
only
EDM festivals,
Electric Forest is
so-
the only one I know about.
That's a big one.
but
Yeah,
That's
that
'cause
was
Insomniac. but
dope.
I know the Ozark from the Netflix show.
Yeah.
Ozark
That's the
sounds
one.
like fucking something from Star Trek. but-
No, just driving through it, I'm like, this is definitely where it was filmed. Like, people are like cooking up meth or whatever. I don't know.
Dang.
It felt like weird.
Any little town. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Because
like
there's
New
nothing else to
Mexico.
do.
Yeah, exactly.
They're like, we're guy.
It's like the New Mexico of Arkansas.
Yeah. So I did that this like past summer. He still books me for a few shows. Like I did Snow Globe on
Oh, how was that?
It was so fun.
Was that first time
Yeah.
out there?
It was cold as fuck. It was like the day before New Year's Eve.
You shot with gloves?
Yeah.
How do you shoot those?
I
'Cause
wore
was gonna
like
say.
I wore so much clothing. Like I wore like ski pants and like a big ass sweater and big ass jacket. And girls are out there like literally in pasties and
Oh
like
my
underwear
God.
and boots. And I'm like,
Because they under the influence and they're heating up.
I'm like, how do you do drugs in the cold?
It just
I
reminds
would
me.
be dying.
It just reminds me of that Theo Vaughn story where he used to go outside festivals and just sell gerbils or guinea pigs. He would sell
Why?
He would sell guinea pigs. Everybody was high,
And they'd be like,
oh, petting the. So he said I used to go out those big electric daisy carnivals and sell them G pigs.
He would
Yeah.
do that?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's
I
how
would
they're
probably buy one. No.
Think about it. You sell it
I've
for
been
20,
going
30
to
bucks.
EDC for like 11 years. Isn't that
What?
crazy?
In 2011, it wasn't out here, right?
No.
It was in LA still?
Yeah, I
Okay.
went. My first one was 2009. I
Whoa.
was 17.
Damn, you missed it by 1 year where Daft Punk played.
Oh yeah, yeah. But I was there when DJ AM played.
Were you
his
going to
last
Hard
one.
Summer too? Oh, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
R.I.P.
Rest in
Yeah.
peace. Did you go to Hard Summer at that time too?
I went 2014 and 16.
So you OG of the scene, cause like that's like the one
Yeah.
thing. Like I was a little late, but like
When was your first rave?
I can't remember. 2012. It was Hard Summer for sure.
Yeah.
But it was like the Bloghouse era just was kind of fading out.
Oh my god, my favorite era.
Yeah, it's the best one, hands down.
Man.
So like that, like really like.
All the French guys. Like,
and I'm still like I think Frankie Chan from iHeart Comics, like they did like a Bloghouse thing, but it just sucks because so many people are like gone now from that scene. But it would be tight if they did. Somebody who had money. If I have money one day, I want to do a festival and it's just gonna be Bloghouse music.
Yeah.
And that era,
Yeah.
just not just Bloghouse, but just bring that and hire all the DJs, and I bet you it would sell out. 100%, I bet you.
100%. I think it's gonna make a comeback. It has to.
Music's changing for sure. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's kind of going away from like I don't know what to call that scene in like 2012, the EDC electro scene, the EDM scene.
Yeah.
Like that music is kind of disappearing.
Like the big room?
Like
or what do you mean?
Yeah, like
I guess. I mean, it's still near and dear to my heart.
I
Like
think we're
Is
gonna
it?
get into
the
virtual.
Cascade, the Dead Mouse, like that kind of stuff, or
no, I can't. What's Martin Garrix's like type?
oh, I don't know, like
That
big room
music.
house. I
Yeah.
guess I don't know.
Cause Cascade.
Wait, what is that type of music?
I don't know.
I'm so bad with genres
I
because
don't
there's
know
so
either.
many of them.
They're like big room bubble gut.
there's these weird ones that are like sunset house, sunrise
Yeah,
house,
they got
and I'm like,
tropical
the
house.
fuck?
I'm
Yeah,
like-
Isn't it
tropical
EDM?
house.
Isn't it just EDM?
Well, the thing is,
That's like the umbrella
like people,
of it.
yeah,
Oh.
because
Yeah.
then it's like
And then it goes into all these.
because
Like,
you
subgenres.
can't call electro.
'Cause you have Latino, but then you have Mexican, Puerto Rican.
Yeah, because that's like Moombahton. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't call it electro.
I'm
It's
the
like
worst person to have this conversation with.
Do you listen to any
I don't listen
electronic
to
music?
any ED. I've never been to a festival.
Really?
I've never.
We gotta take
yeah.
him out.
No,
he doesn't.
I don't
like that
trust-
stuff.
Wanna go
I don't
to
trust myself.
raves are so fun.
I get crazy.
You get crazy. You don't trust
That's
yourself.
why
He's a partier.
Oh, okay.
That's why I
And
stopped.
that's why it's perfect for you. Everyone's a partier.
Everybody gets
Yeah.
lost. Everybody's lost.
Yeah, I get lost.
You know how you always hear like somebody died at EDC or something? That would be me.
Nah.
No. They're like rare ass cases.
They're
Like,
dumb fucks.
Yeah.
This is people can't control their shit.
Wait, so did you say you went to EDC every year?
Since 2009.
Whoa.
Isn't that
So you haven't
crazy?
missed one?
Nope.
Wait, have you gone to shoot or just
So
as an
the
attendee?
Yeah, as an attendee until the last 2 years. I
Good
got to
shit.
shoot. Yeah, which was crazy, which I talked about in like that article thing. But like I shot for Cascade 2018, and he was one of the first DJs I saw when I first went in 2009. And like just hearing, Move For Me like on Sunset and like just listening to him, I was like, oh my God. And then I was like shooting for him. And I was like, what the fuck, dude? I was like in the crowd, like peeking on your shit. No, I'm
That's
kidding. Maybe edit that out.
We gonna
I
put a
think we-
bleep there?
Yeah. Peeking, I mean, just feeling good.
Yeah,
The alcohol.
Good vibes. The good vibes.
Yeah.
So how is the experience different going as a photographer, videographer?
Oh,
than
it's
a attendee?
totally different. It's like your whole shift changes. Like you're not in like party mode. You're like,
No,
okay, what shots do I
So
get?
so
It's work.
wait, so let me ask: Do you enjoy it? Do you enjoy it the same but experience it differently? As in, because I know as a shooter, you're
Yeah.
probably like, "Oh, this is so fun! I get to get these shots. This is such a good shot to get." But then you're also not into it where you're like, "I'm gonna be free and dance and move around."
Yeah, you're in work mode.
It's-
Especially for me, I'm just like, I want to make sure I have everything. I get all the shots.
It's annoying to me now because, like, if I go to a festival, I'm like,
Uh-huh.
damn, I wish I was shooting. I wish I was DJing.
Yeah.
And then when I'm shooting a festival,
You're
I'm like,
"Oh,
fuck, I wish I was in the
partying."
crowd.
Yeah.
And it's
Dude,
like,
that's
it's-
so true.
It's that bullshit. I'm like,
Uh-huh.
we're so fucking spoiled.
Yeah, we are. And I really I don't drink like while I'm shooting or I don't do anything.
Yeah, I can't
So
no
I'm
more.
like,
Chuck
sober
used to.
as fuck.
I used to a lot. Well,
Yeah?
because I didn't want to be there. I was like, man, I'm just going to get drunk.
At Commonwealth.
I was like, give me them free alcohols.
He said,
Yeah.
"Man, they only gave me $100. I'm gonna."
Only $100.
2 hours. I was like, fuck, dude. I don't want to be here. I'd be tired.
Yeah, I think
Plus,
the
a lot of
last time I
these-
saw you, you were kind of buzzed.
A lot of these events are like at 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning, right?
Yeah.
They're late.
They go until like
EDC's
5
till, like,
a.m.
5, 6 a.m..
Yeah. You have to go one time in your
yeah.
life. Just once.
I want to go as a shooter. Oh, photographer. Can't say shooter anymore.
Yeah.
You gotta be careful because
Yeah.
so the thing is like I also work at a school, right?
Uh-huh.
And there was a memo that came from like our director that whenever we, because I do photography video there,
Yeah.
and we're not allowed to say shooting or shooter
Yeah.
at the college.
Yeah,
you
it
know?
makes
So it's
sense.
You can't do it at casinos either.
Yeah.
Like you have to be like
It's so
Yeah.
sensitive.
yeah.
the photographer, camera operator, you know.
Which I get it, but
Yeah,
at
I
the
get
same
it.
It's just
time-
it sucks that that's the time that we live in though. That it's like it's so associated with those things that happen that you like it
Yeah.
affects your profession. You know.
Yeah.
Sometimes it slips out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Let's go
'cause it's
shooting.
Have to
like-
be extra cautious.
Very cautious.
Yeah.
I want to talk about I want, like, let's say I'm a new photographer, a new content creator. I want to do what you're doing, Gina. What
Yeah.
advice do you have for me to get my foot in the door?
What advice?
Because your life looks like it's so cool from all these events that
You're
you
always
do.
working, dude.
You're always working. Like how can I take the step to get
I
to where you
haven't been
are?
working for like the past 2 months, but I'm glad it looks
Instagram.
that way.
Yep.
Yeah. There's a lot of like kids that are coming up. I think I feel like it's so weird for me to give advice because I feel like I'm still new. Like 3 years.
You feel
is,
like you're still taking advice.
Yeah, and I'm still learning every day. And like 3 years, I'm like, man, like I feel so weird like giving advice to people and like I don't know. I always doubt myself, so I'm like, I don't know if I'm right, but whatever. I would say like one thing that really like bothers me that like kids are doing right now, photographers, is that like they don't wear black. It's so stupid, but it's just like,
Oh yeah.
just wear black.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
That's
a
like
big
the
thing.
one thing that bothers me that I've been seeing a lot. Like I saw this kid wearing like neon is really in right now. And he was wearing like a neon jacket.
Was it Alan?
Who's
Was it Alan or Jesse?
And there was that's our boy right there.
Yeah. I love
But
them.
low key, that boy just shows up with whatever he wore, whatever he's wearing.
Alan's mostly in dark. He's always
just
wearing that
like-
hoodie.
No, bro, I hired him to hire my niece's quinceañera, and he showed up with a Pornhub sticker on his hat. I'm
Oh
like,
yeah,
Oh
Brazzers.
my God.
yeah, there we go.
No.
I'm like, bro.
Dude, that's just the one thing. It's like just wear black and like be professional. It will
Could you
like
explain why to wear black? Some people
because
might not
okay,
know.
it's not like your time to shine. If you're a shooter, you have to be like a ninja. You have to
Yep.
be stealthy. Like you're supposed to capture these moments like behind the scenes and like
Right.
you're supposed to get these angles as if you weren't even there, like as if you weren't in front of the DJ
You're
or
a
things like
ghost.
that. Yeah, you're a
I
ghost.
like Ninja, but
Yeah, exactly. So it's just frustrating, like seeing people like wear like neon share, like big ass like red puffy jacket, and you're just like walking around slowly.
they're just trying to be
in front of the stage.
themselves.
No, I hate that, and
What
I'm
free
like,
spirit.
yeah, it's
I'm
just
doing
really
me.
frustrating. I feel like people like me or like other people who might hire you in the future might notice that. And it's just like not your time to shine. Like let the artist shine, you know. It's their moment.
It's a good tip. It's a good
Yeah.
tip for sure. It's
So,
also,
so then when shooting events, like, and are you sometimes on stage, right? You're on stage with them.
Yeah.
Is there like a rule of thumb of like you get this much
like
time?
a time.
I try to be like really cautious of like who else is shooting and
Yeah.
give them time too. Like there are some people who kind of like tend to like
Not give a fuck.
yeah, and like try to claim their territory or you know just stand there for a very long time.
Right.
And you're just like I always try to be respectful. Like I see someone at the corner of my eye, I'm gonna get my shot
And
and
then
then
dip
give
out.
them. Yeah, I
Mhm.
always like dip out like really quick.
And,
I never
uh,
stay long.
At certain festivals, like, did they have like a time limit though? They were like, you can only be in this front section for a certain amount of time,
In the pit, it's
Yeah.
like the first 3 songs usually. That's kind
And
of
then you
like
can't take
the
no
rule
more
of
after
thumb.
that?
Yeah.
What is there a reason why? Was it just
Yeah, they just don't want it to distract the artist and like
got it?
yeah, it makes sense. Like they're just
I thought
trying
it
to
was
do their
because of
show.
what happened with Beyonce.
What happened with her?
Oh no, the
Because they got like
terrible
those,
shot that they
those
got
bad
of her?
photos of her.
Oh,
And then they were like,
oh yeah,
you,
yeah.
'cause if, you know, you can get more tired throughout your set.
Yeah, you're gonna get more sweaty. You're gonna
Your
get
face
more
is gonna be doing a
tired.
little bit more
Yeah.
well,
I feel bad.
times have, I feel like have really changed from like back in the day because I feel like back in the day photographers had like a section of like their front row or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
but you could only be there. Now you have these artists who are like, oh, I have my photographer with me, and he's gonna be on stage with
They
me.
want
You know,
the different angles.
Exactly,
Yeah, they want
yes.
the wide epic crowd shot. They want like
so now you're running into these problems of like, okay, well, what do I do as you know? I'm wearing all black. I'm trying
Yeah.
to stay discreet, but I'm also trying to get some dope shots.
yeah. And one
you
thing
know?
I always do is like if I have DJs that are my clients, I always talk to them before too. I'm like, okay, what kind of shots do you want? Like, where do I have access to? Where do you feel comfortable with me being around? Because I know that like artists who are playing, they get nervous too. Like they're like humans like us. Like
Yeah.
if you're like too in their face, like they can't focus on like what they're trying to do and what they're there for. So it makes sense. Like I know some DJs don't like photographers at all, like close to their face. Like they don't want any shots of their face. Like they're really self-conscious of it, or they just like for their aesthetic, they like, you know, just a mysterious kind of look.
Well, there's some of these guys wear masks.
Yeah.
Like Deadmau5, right? He's got the little ears.
Well, you know what he looks like, but it's like Marshmallow and stuff.
Yeah, like they hide their identity and stuff like that. So it's always important to know the rules.
Also, too, because
beforehand.
like I think you have to understand, some people, if you're using flash as well, some people have shit with their eyes. So
yeah, that's like another pet peeve of mine too.
It's flash.
Yeah,
I flash the fuck out of people.
Like no, just
at
like
Commonwealth,
at
like,
DJs, like right in the front, and I'm just like,
always ask though.
Yeah, always ask. I try
the DJ.
not to. Yeah.
I tell them, I'm like, hey, I have to take a few photos. There's gonna be some flash. Is that okay? And they're usually like,
and
just give me a
Commonwealth
thumbs
is
up.
like really dark. Like it's like
That shit's stupid dark. If
Yeah.
it had like, cause like that's the thing. I don't know why you'd be using flash at a fucking festival.
Yeah,
When they spend millions on
the
lights,
lighting, exactly.
Millions. But
and it's actually a common rule for like festivals not to have like flash photography on the DJs.
Commonwealth is a Las Vegas-based
bar
and nightclub.
It's a dope place.
Yeah,
it's
it's
just
really
dark.
cool.
It's not really meant for like a nightclub or
Yeah.
anything.
For our 2 viewers outside of Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Dang, man. That's crazy because I the only artist I've shot for, I think, is MC Magic. And when I asked him, like, how do I go on stage? Because, like, you know, because he's done, like, shows at the Brooklyn Bowl. And I'm just like, dude, the hall was packed out. Like, I don't want to distract. He's like, do whatever you want.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of
I was
artists,
like,
like,
oh,
they
crap.
want you to get, like, all
The
the shots.
nitty-gritty,
Yeah,
yeah.
all the angles.
I think what
Yeah.
Gina said is best is just ask the artist, see what they like, and if they're comfortable with it,
Yeah.
Do you.
Get your shot. But
Oh.
also, like, try to be sneaky. Like,
and respect people too, the other photographers and videographers.
Because I've seen shows, like, as an attendee, and I'm just like, sometimes they're just like walking around really slow, and I'm like, you're kind of distracting the viewer from the artist and the music and whoever's performing. I don't know.
See, that's a
just-
good take.
Yeah, that's
Because
just
I'm
my
just usually
opinion.
so lit, and I'm like, so hard. I'm like,
Were you the guy wearing neon that one show?
no. I'm talking. My bad. Not while taking
I'm just
photos.
kidding.
I mean, in the crowd watching
Oh,
the DJ.
okay.
You see Chuck with
Fuck
the
you,
whistle.
Gina.
I was like,
With a whistle.
that
and a-
was you.
And a fan. Just
Have you
taking
seen that video?
photos.
Have you seen White Chicks?
Yeah.
Have seen what was it?
Terry
Crews. And he's got the whistle.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Bro, I
Just
hate
like,
people at festivals with that or the fans. Like they do.
They're
the
snapping.
fans, and they're snapping the fans.
What's
Yeah.
snapping the fans? What does that mean?
Dude,
Is
you
that
know when you go like
is that a
this?
drug?
Team,
No,
I
no.
want to
that?
take you to a freaking
No, you know
rave.
like you know the
What?
fans, like wait, the ones that come out. Like
Just
the ones
any
that go.
fans, like just a fan.
Oh,
Yeah,
like
And
but dude, they
People
go with the
at
beat,
raves, they snap them. They like
and
open
they're
and
loud.
close them to the beat.
Like you can
Oh.
literally hear them from like far away, and I'm like, can you not?
Dude, I want to take
It's
you
like
to a
whistles.
rave. I'm very like sad that you don't know that.
dang. I've seen the live streams of Coachella.
Yeah, Couchella.
Coachella.
Coachella.
We'll go to Coachella.
Okay, next rave, I'm gonna bring you.
All right.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
We'll go.
I'm not paying $600 though.
Cross.
That's one of the things too. Like, okay, so and I'm gonna come from a completely different point of view, right? And maybe it comes to the whole like I've been at events, I've shot events. Like I don't like. I don't know. I don't like paying to go to shows for some reason. I get it. It's 100% necessary. But I'm just like I don't think I get what other people get from shows. You know what I mean? Like some people go like, oh, I want to see the things that they don't do on the song, on the recorded track. I want to see the nuances. I want to see them talk to us. But me, I'm just like I'd rather just listen to the music.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Like, how much do you like music?
I love music.
Yeah.
I love music. Yeah.
I feel like going to a show is like a different experience than just like listening on the headphones.
Okay.
You know, you're seeing the artist like perform it, and you can kind of see like where their talent like really shines. I
Right.
feel like.
Right.
Is that a weird thing to say?
No, it's because it's the authenticity.
Yeah.
I like because it puts a human aspect behind that person because you understand that they're not this robot. That's why I like when DJs or anybody messes up
Yeah.
because now
They're
I
fucking human.
instantly put me back
See,
down
look,
to human.
Yeah.
And I will say this though, like I love art, like drawings and paintings, but even more than that, I love seeing people paint.
Okay.
So
that's
is that kind of
weird.
similar?
That's kind
Yeah.
of weird that you don't like going to shows.
Maybe I'm
then.
just jaded because I know like for a lot of the artists that I've gone, I know it's kind of like a it's a set. It's like a pre thought of thing that's gonna happen.
But
so
it's like the lighting, it's the production, it's like, you know, it's a whole mood when you go, and like the people that are there to hear the music too. It's like your fellow fans. You know, you're like one of them. I don't know. It's like
I have felt that when I went to go see Chromeo. That was very impressive. When I went to go see Chromeo, the lightings that they
with
that
the
they
chrome
do.
guitar.
The Chromeo show they're so special.
Yeah.
Like they perform their heart out. I've seen them like 6 times. They're so good.
Here.
I got to meet
love them.
Was it Pete
Thug?
Yeah.
I got a photo with him. I was like, bro.
Oh shit.
You're my hero, bro.
He's so dope. Oh my
Box.
gosh. Yeah.
Yeah.
So cool.
Let's talk about burning bridges here.
Burning
I thought you were about to say
bridges.
Bernie Sanders.
I thought you were about to say Burning Man. I was like,
Bernie
shit.
Sanders. I was like, wait, what?
I want to talk about what has been like one of the, do you think the biggest mistake that you've done, or you've caught yourself that you're like, oh crap, I should have done this differently, or I should have handled this situation differently.
I haven't had any like
for me, I'll say I've worked with artists and then never done my due diligence to try to seek more work from them. You know what I mean? Or I'm just like, oh, here it is. That's it. Here you go. End of the day. Or maybe not using your connections, or I don't know. Like,
I could definitely like try harder with like marketing myself. I feel like I haven't done that. Like, most of my work I get from like word of mouth, and then like the 3 people that I cold emailed were like just bands that I wanted to shoot that I really like, and I got a response from like I think one of the 3 where I actually got to shoot it. It was for K-Flay, and Imagine Dragons came out too.
Nice.
Yeah, and she like was so sweet, and she posted everything, tagged me in it. I got to go to the
dope.
show. Yeah, it was like really cool. But like as far as like reaching out to like artists for more work, I don't think.
Or maybe it could be something like I should have worn black, you know what I mean, or like some kind of etiquette.
No, I always
that
wear
you've.
black. No. That's my number 1 rule. Yeah, and
Emo
also
night.
that. Yeah. I don't think I have like something that I really, really regret. Probably besides like taking on wedding gigs. No.
Oh, damn.
I'm just kidding.
No, you're not. I feel it because I'm
It's just like rough.
I was watching this other podcast where they asked the guest that question. And he was like,
What'd they say?
"Let me think about it." And they legit. I was watching the podcast, and it's like 10 minutes goes by. Let me think about it some more. All right, next question.
Yeah, it might come up later, but I'm like, I don't make mistakes.
What about you,
No,
Chuck?
I'm kidding.
What about you, Chuck? Has there been anything where you're like, "Oh man, I messed up with that"?
Oh fuck yeah, so
Like,
many times.
Like I've known some people who are like, well, I completely mismanaged the situation where there's like I didn't deliver in time, I didn't communicate right,
Okay.
you know, things like that.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
a lot. I still do it sometimes now. I'm like, damn, I should have communicated a little bit more, which I finally have. You know, I got a nice little contract now. I like have nice conversations with my clients. But yeah, I've definitely ran into so many situations where I didn't communicate something, and then they're like, "Oh, I thought you said this," and I was like, "No, no."
Yeah, actually, the last
like-
few months have been kind of rough for me. So like, I've kind of been slacking on my end on like deliverables and like getting them done on time. So that's kind of like
What's your average time? frame
it
you give?
depends. I always talk to the client before. I'm just like, because some people need it like the day of or like the next day.
Do you charge
So-
extra for that though?
Yeah.
Okay.
So for like nightclubs, they always need their album the next day, or artists like would really like to have their photos like right after their set because they want to post something like a thank you post. But usually for like big albums, I try to do it within a week, and then video turnaround, I try to do a week or 2 weeks for like a recap.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
That's the same amount of time.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons I don't like doing like events and things like this. Is
Uh-huh.
like I know I have to shoot and edit that same weekend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
if they're especially on tour, they want that shit.
Yeah, they want it fast.
ASAP.
They want fast content.
And the thing is, like, it definitely does, because sometimes you get sick or something happens. That's why I try to give myself as much time as possible.
yeah.
Because, like, dude, if you get sick, it knocks you out for a week.
Yeah, you're
Because
fucked.
you're fucked.
Yeah.
You're gone.
But that's how it is nowadays at these festivals. Like when, because I've only been doing festivals for the past like 2 years or a year and a half, and they have a team where they just like
They're editing that
Yep,
night.
they're
What is it?
editing- No,
What's
they're
the one
editing
here?
in real
Roll-
time.
What's the one that was here? The hip
Intersect.
hop and Intersect, but the hip hop one too.
Oh, Day in Vegas.
Yeah, like
did you do that?
No,
Oh,
they.
okay.
I was just seeing content. Like I was like, they
Okay,
already got
so-
videos, and it's still going on. And they were
Yeah.
like recording and doing editing videos like while it was still. The
I
day
thought that show
going.
was a scam.
So some
What?
I heard something on Twitter where it's like, yo,
Firefest?
no, I thought it was like a type of Firefest.
Nah, dude,
No,
it did good.
I heard it.
I think it's because I saw a fake Twitter.
It was too many little kids for me, but it looked too ghetto for me. But
yeah,
it looked dope.
I saw like a fake Twitter
salute.
account that was like they in Vegas, and instead of it saying 2019, it said 20, like the word 19. They were doing like giveaways where it's like retweet, and they were going up in followers a lot, but it was like you could tell that's a fake account because you could see the real account with the verified thing. And then
That's funny. Yeah, Intersect did it too, and I was like, did you do Intersect?
I did Intersect. So,
damn.
So what they do is like they have like a team of photographers. I think there was like 7 or 8.
That's
come up on that microphone real
just
quick.
photographers.
There you
But
go.
then there's also like videographers, and then there's people who are just solely like slated to do the recap. So they go out, and then we're assigned like a certain shot list, and then you come out and you have to edit them back in the room, like
So
as
you
the
had
festival's
to?
going them. Yeah.
Oh fuck.
So you have to edit your own. Some festivals have editors, so all you do is shoot, and then you drop cards.
See,
all day.
that would be tight in my head. That's
Yeah.
what I think would be the smart, because then you'd be able to go right back out and capture even more. You know,
It's
but
just like-
Intersect still wasn't.
Did you go?
I loved
it too.
There was nobody there the first day, and I was so hyped. I was like, "Yo, there's nobody here. There's so much room
was
to
still so
dance."
cool, yeah.
And I was like, "This is perfect. This is my festival." But I feel like it's gonna get bigger. But
I
no
hope
lie,
so.
that Amazon money. You can see what
The
money.
Well,
does.
biggest
Amazon
lineup was
It's Amazon. Intersect is
yeah.
Amazon.
The most packed day was actually Thursday, which was the last day of the Amazon convention.
It was only for the
and
people.
it was only for them, but that's when it was the most packed. Yeah,
Oh,
Friday
really?
and
It was-
Saturday and Sunday was like kind of dead.
popping
right?
near the end of the day. Foo Fighters and shit.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, that's why it's gonna be popping.
People
But
bought tickets just for Foo Fighters.
but I was amazed. I was amazed with the sound.
The lineup
The
was
light
so good.
was so good.
So good.
And like there was like artists that were just making me so happy. I
Yeah.
was just like, okay.
Who'd you like?
Tori Moi.
Oh my gosh.
He destroyed it. He was playing tracks
Aw.
like he did such a heavy set, and I was like,
Did
yeah.
you see Gesaffelstein?
Yeah, he killed it too.
Oh my god.
Because Stein's that guy. Like he is.
Yeah.
He's always been the guy though.
God, like I was like, this is the best set I've seen in a long ass time.
He, for me, it's with a lot of Ed Banger cats. And
Yeah.
like, not to disrespect, because that's my favorite label.
Yeah.
I feel like
But, like-
super uncultured right now.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. But
Just rave kids.
Gustavo Stein was like when I think it was 2000 level. 11. He
yeah.
released on Turbo Records.
Yeah.
Fuck you. He's like, oh, I have to get one in. So, Injustice and all them, and then they all kind of like plateaued, and then Gustavo Stein started doing the weekend shit, and I was like,
Brudinski, all
I'm
them.
like, I love Brudinski
Me
and all
too.
them. And then rest in peace, Bromance. Is it Bromance? Their label that they had to stop?
It's done.
Yeah, it's been done for like 2
Oh
years.
my God, I didn't know.
Yeah, the two owners like separated, went their own way.
Uh-huh.
But they're all homies and shit.
But what happened?
But it like everybody got kind of boring. Like when I seen their sets, I'd walk away because I'm very strict with my sets. Like if you ain't killing it in the first 10 minutes,
Dang,
my
hard
ass,
to impress
yeah,
you.
my ass will walk away. I'll be like,
I'm not
"Man,
shaking this little booty
He's
for
like,
you.
nope, bye.
This shit's sleep.
I'm out.
I'm like, this is some sleepy ass set. I'm out, and I'll just walk away. It's not a bad thing. It's my opinion.
Yeah.
It's all subjective, but I'm like, if you ain't killing it, I'm walking away. That's
Yeah.
why I love like Sophie.
I love Sophie.
I wish Kate Tornado went a little bit more
I
into
didn't
actual
see
DJ
him.
set. He was just playing his tracks, which I love,
Mhm.
but it was just like I'm pretty sure he was like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
I'm basically headlining. Probably
Yeah.
make good money.
Yeah.
It was just like I'm gonna play my new album.
Yeah.
Played all the new tracks.
Oh, you just played it straight.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick.
It was so
I'm gonna take a quick nap.
I'm like, what's happening right now?
But yeah, Gustavo Stein was definitely a good.
Oh my gosh, I had to go
So
shoot
festivals.
the drone show, and then I like ran back because I was like, "Fuck." I love
So
them
festivals are cool. Events are cool.
much. Yeah.
Damn, I feel like I'm really missing out on.
You know
something
what?
Right now.
Next one, I'm gonna take you.
All right, I'm gonna hold
Yeah,
you to it.
I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna make you candy too, and
What
you
is
better
that?
wear that shit.
What's candy?
They're like beads
That's
that
beads.
Oh.
raver beads. You've never seen people do like plur,
plur.
and like
You
exchange
do the heart.
I've
beads.
seen the memes.
Oh my gosh.
Is that
All
still
right.
a thing? Is Plur still a
Yeah,
thing?
it's still a thing.
Damn.
Peace,
See, I
love,
haven't been
unity.
to EDC
Uh-huh.
for so
Respect.
long, and Hard canceled out all that shit.
Yeah,
'cause
I mean, I don't do
Destructo
that.
was
but-
trying to be, I don't know, Destructo. I love him, but sometimes
See, I
they
think
just
of
wanna slap
EDC
him.
and I think of Vegas traffic. That's all I think about. I'm such an old man, dude.
You are an
Dude,
old
I
man.
no lie though.
No,
That's
I'm
the
kidding.
thing. I don't even like shooting late. I don't like being out past
like
like
past my bedtime, 8 o'clock.
past
Nope.
11, 12. I'm like, yeah, I'm probably not. Can't do anything tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to that point too. I'm like Intersect tired me out so much though. I was like, it's not like how it used to be, where I used to be able to like do like 4 days because I do bass rush and then EDC, and I literally stay there from start to ending, all 3 days.
Dang.
And same with bass, like do bass rush, and like I'd be able to like pop back up and go back to work.
Yeah.
On Monday, but now I'm like.
No.
Intersect, my back was hurting. Everything was hurting.
That's when you know you're getting old. My back hurts all the fucking time.
It's just gravity, yo. Humans stand all the time, so yeah, rest in peace. Getting old. Look at Keem. Yeah. Look how old he is. He has no clue what we're talking about.
I was trying to find a segue into the weather.
Okay, boomer. No, I'm kidding.
Damn. That's funny.
With
I just found out
too.
Boomer is like when you're 65 years old, man.
Yeah.
You acted like it right now.
I was trying to find a segue.
Ideas.
I was trying to find a segue into like
about.
going into the weather. I'm just like, oh god, don't do that. The weather in Vegas has been getting kind of crazy, huh, guys?
He was just like smiling, looking around,
zoning out.
Oh crap! I'm on the same angle that Chuck's in. Oh, people gonna see
He's
me
like thinking about
out.
The Office. He's just like
that song came up in his head.
I have a thing where I like tune out sometimes. Luckily, it hasn't happened on the podcast.
Sometimes.
Oh, on the
this
podcast?
motherfucker be doing it all the time. He's like, what'd you say?
Dead ass. One time we had a guest on and asked him a question. Asked him that same question 5 minutes later.
I've done it too, though.
Oh, wait a minute. Did we talk about that?
And then we're like, Keem, were you talking about that? And we're like, ooh.
Have you ever dealt with like a client that's like demanding? Where it's like, they're kind of, I guess, micromanaging the edit of like, I want to change this. I want to change that.
Yeah, are you cool with people like taking over the creative control?
Yeah.
Got the coronavirus.
I'm totally down with like if you want something like a certain way, the end product, you want it a certain look, like tell me, because I don't want to like, fuck it up.
But I feel like, Gina, at this point, if people are hiring you, they know your style. They know what you do. They should have that confidence of like, I'm going to hire you for this.
Most people do. Most people that hire me like already have seen my work.
Yeah.
And that's why they're reaching out to me. But then they do have their specifics. Like, oh, we need this to be a minute long. We need this shot, and this song. And I'm like, okay.
And then
fine.
it's like you have to extend those clips a little bit longer.
Yeah.
And it's like,
I'm totally okay with that because I feel like if I were to hire someone and I had something in my mind and maybe like a client above me like needed something very specific, like I'd be like that too.
I think if they told me at the beginning, I'm down. But if they're like, I want a backseat edit with you, I'm going to be like, no.
Yeah.
Because I fall asleep.
At that point, I'm getting the job.
Yeah, because like when people backseat edit, I literally start falling asleep. Because they're like, can you move it to the left? I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Like,
I would never hire myself.
Like, just tell me in the beginning up front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would
Can
never
I ask
hire
you guys something?
Yeah, go ahead.
I've seen the other videos and like there was like a rice cooker in the background. I'm kind of sad that I don't have it.
Oh, that was
back here.
That was in the trap house.
Yeah, that was the
really?
trap house.
Oh shit!
It's here. It's right there.
Oh, I gotta.
Oh, just move it up here. I'm like, I want the cool neon rice cooker in the background. That is my vibe.
It's behind you, but it's not in the frame.
Wait, can we move it up?
Yeah, move it up.
I'm gonna move it.
I gotta find one of the what's it called? One of the test.
They're gonna be like, "Are you guys racist? Why'd you guys move the rice cooker up?"
Is anyone gonna let me talk?
It's gonna fall.
It's a vibe. Can you
That's
see
an expensive one too.
Yeah, that's like OG.
My mom's like, "Don't get the other ones. Get the one with the little elephant on it. 'Cause it's the
elephant.
best one." And I was like, "That should look like some old lady fucking pattern on it. I don't want that."
Flowers and shit. No, I
But
got the
then
same one.
It does cook it perfect. Because like the other rice cooker that we had, like the one from Walmart,
Yeah.
trash.
Oh yeah.
Because it cooks like simple rice, like
It's dry as fuck.
But it's this for some reason, whatever it does with the moisture, it's always bomb with jasmine
you
rice.
have rice for like 3 days, you're straight.
I haven't cooked in it for a while though. I drink powder.
Shame.
I drink powder, green powder.
I'm trying to find that one.
That's all I eat.
That one morning dinner podcast that we were filming when we first started, before we started doing the actual episodes.
Oh, Gina, you're so lucky we didn't have the old house because we didn't have AC.
Oh really?
Check it out.
Yeah.
So this was gonna be like our angles. Like, I feel like this looks better than what we have now.
Dude,
I like the plants.
we were
though.
supposed to do that. We never did it.
Oh yeah, that was
See?
Chuck's angle. See?
Wait, the rice cooker was there. No?
Kind of. We switched this
You
around.
and the damn rice cooker.
I was like, that's the vibe because the way you guys lit it, it was like pink and blue, and I was
Look
like,
at she put a little rice cooker right here. Oh, I'm way off. That's tight.
yeah.
It's racist.
No, it's a vibe. It's a vibe. I like
Shit
it.
like
Gina did it, not us.
See, that would have been Chuck's angle right there. Oh, come on.
I look like I got a toupee on, bro.
He's flipping you off.
That was when was that? That was December 2017.
Yo, you guys,
And
you asked me to be on this podcast, like
when we first started.
Yeah.
When we were in the trap house, and you were like, "No, you guys,
No,
you guys don't even have 100 followers yet."
No, you know what I said? I was like, I'm so shy and boring. Like, you guys don't want to interview me, and I'm new, and I'm nervous, and like, what else did I say? I was just like,
I thought you seen our house on Google Maps.
no, I was like,
I see what side of town you guys live on.
I doubt myself so much. I'm always like, I'm not good enough. Like, I'm not interesting. Like, why do they want to interview me?
That's low key the reason that we didn't do the podcast in the first place, like for a long time, because we also felt like, who's gonna want to listen to us? Like, you know, we're not the most handsome dudes, so it's like
it's always as a
we have those
creative.
insecurities. You know what I mean?
You always doubt yourself.
Yeah.
And it was funny because I just I seen something. It was just like some big person talking about it. It's just like, he's like, I still doubt myself all the time.
Everyone does.
He's like
a lot
even
of
before I
creatives.
go on stage, he's like, I doubt myself so much. And he's like, I go through what you guys go through every day.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like you don't hear it enough, which is, and I feel like humans need that reinforcement. They need to be told that.
Yeah.
We all like have those same feeling, those ups and downs, those days where we're like, fuck, is this gonna go anywhere?
Yeah.
And then what's the meaning of life?
Yeah.
I'm doing all this shit for nothing. You know what I mean?
Like you mean like you should still have that little like thrill of like, oh, I might not kill it. Like I need to stay on my toes, kind of thing, right? Like when we do this podcast, I still get sometimes a little nervous before we start because I don't know what I'm gonna say. Like I don't know if I'm gonna offend somebody. Like those kinds of things.
Yeah.
Like get me a little nervous.
Yeah,
I think that's why I like doing.
What's
it
my
too.
pace? Like what's the pace I'm talking at or I'm speaking at? Am I saying words correctly? Am I saying the right questions? Or people like, it's always going through my head. Like,
Yeah.
and same even when I film, I'm like, damn, what's that?
I'm always
are these
like
good
that
shots
with my
right
work.
now?
Yeah, I'm second guessing myself.
It's
all
hard for
the
me to be
time.
like, damn, I killed it, because I'm like,
Keem says he does that with his work. Damn, I
do
killed these shots.
until I get to the edit.
because the thing about editing, you got to look at it for a long time. And
Yeah.
Well,
it's like saying a word multiple times.
Oh
and
my
like,
gosh, when you're doing a video edit and you're like listening to the song over and over again.
oh
Have you
my
ever heard of
God.
Annie Leibovitz?
Yeah.
She's
the
a photographer, right?
Mhm.
She doesn't even edit her own work. Like,
Oh,
she
yeah?
shoots it. She doesn't.
She's
do
the one
anything.
who has like the master class, right?
Yeah. You seen the ad?
Yeah. I always see that one and the dead mouse one. Like,
I don't feel it's the photographer's job to put the subject at ease.
but she's
I kind of get that.
a beast.
I kind of get that because like for when I started doing portraiture,
Uh-huh.
I always thought like it's your job to make your subject feel comfortable.
Yeah.
But it's like when you're on that level of professional photographer and you're
Mhm.
doing like these multi-$1,000 gigs, like
yeah.
whoever you're working with should have that security.
Yeah.
Oh, like I'm gonna kill it, and
Yeah.
you shouldn't have that added responsibility of trying to make them feel comfortable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like being a fucking director. You don't want to like insecure actor or fucking not confident actor because it's like, man, we're burning money.
$1 million a day.
by the minute, and you can't be unconfident about how you say something. You know?
Yeah,
Right.
because it's a job for them at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And which is like, you guys feel confident though at this point in your life, like where if somebody asks you for a video, like
Mhm.
not film a movie, but film an event or something, you have the
Mhm.
confidence to be like, yeah, I can do it.
Yeah.
Like you don't even hesitate.
Yeah.
And I think that's like the one thing you do build up over time. Because
Yeah.
back in the day, I didn't know how to do a lot of stuff. I didn't know how to do audio. I didn't know how to
Uh-huh.
do. So when they asked for it, I was like, I can do it. But
I
then
mean,
was
if someone was
"Fuck."
like, you need to make me a movie, I'd be like,
yeah, because like even
I'll
now, like
see.
if somebody's like light this scene,
Uh-huh.
I'm probably gonna be like, I don't know how to do that shit. I know how to do basic lighting, but like I don't know how to like.
That's
some
when you go on
motherfuckers-
YouTube right before
Yeah.
and you're like, I got this.
I've just seen like because I was like somebody filmed something at Sapphire, like this Italian movie, bro. They were like lighting areas I didn't even think of, and I was like, I
Yeah.
looked at
Corners of the
camera,
room.
I was like, this shit looks good.
That's the one thing I'm not really familiar with is like big production
Gaffers,
shit.
like
Yeah.
that whole team, bro, is like. But that's once again, it's like because my homie was basically explaining to me in a movie, everybody is focused on their specific job. The director
Right.
shouldn't be focused on anything else. That's same with the photography and videography.
Yeah.
You should be solely focused. Not on making sure the stage is like lit correctly.
Yeah.
DJ's doing his thing. You literally have to focus on your thing. That's why
Yeah.
I think movies are interesting, and they also still scare the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
Because that sounds like a lot of work.
Me too.
Where everything has to be perfect.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, fuck, dude.
Yeah, that's my thing, man. Even when it comes to video, I feel like I can light a part of a room for like a 1 camera, 2 camera thing. But it's like if you're gonna do a movie where like the subject's moving throughout the whole house,
a whole
like,
building, or a whole. What about a whole fucking forest?
And I did not see the light stands everywhere.
Yeah.
And you have to do like 40K lights, like in the on like big ass cranes and shit. I'm like, see, I don't. That's the level of light. That's why I tell people like, don't get cocky, because the motherfuckers out there who are doing shit that you'll be like, God damn.
Yeah.
There's always something better. That's why I always compare with just myself.
Yeah, same.
I try.
I never get cocky over anything because I think I suck. No.
Speaking about that, you were recently featured on Billboard.com.
Oh yeah, congrats.
Article.
Thank you.
Was
Top
that
10
random?
photographers. God damn, you gonna let me finish?
Oh. Sorry.
We'll talk about this after this.
He just excited.
You were on an article for Billboard.com. How did the opportunity come across?
So my friend Taj, we met through like a mutual DJ friend that I shoot for. She kind of introduced me to like a lot of things. She got me into Splash House, my first festival that I've ever done, and then she linked me with this writer for Billboard who was like looking for, up and coming photographers
Nice.
in the dance
That's so
scene. And
dope.
then she just emailed me.
That's such a dope accomplishment.
I know.
I know you were hyped when that happened.
That was like my first interview too. Like even just the email interview.
It's a pretty big site too.
Yeah,
though,
I was shocked because it posted like so fast, like maybe a week or two, and just to see it up, I was like, holy shit, like that's insane. Yeah, because I look up to all the photographers on there,
right?
So it's weird seeing my name on there, and I'm like, but like
You're
some
like,
of those guys have been in the game for so long, and like they're like my idols and shit. Like,
as big as an
crazy
accomplishment as that is, you still felt like you weren't up there yet, right?
I always feel like that. Like even
That's
just
crazy.
you guys getting me on this podcast, I was like, I'm not ready. I'm not good.
Yeah, this is the lowest of low. This is the lowest you'll ever probably go. No, I'm kidding.
I've hit rock bottom. No, I'm kidding.
Oh shit.
God damn it, you gonna kill this podcast.
It's already been killed.
That was really, really cool. And like also like I've been in like a shitty like weird like state of mind the last few months, and I haven't really been motivated. I've been like putting off work. I've been passing along gigs. So like that article coming out, I was like, holy shit. It got me so motivated like that.
Right. I think that's like a seasonal thing too for a lot of creatives.
Yeah.
Like the end of the year when it starts getting darker, colder, you just kind of retreat back a little bit, right?
Hate it.
Because it drains the creative juices out of you, kind of.
Yeah, but I was going through some shit too.
Yeah.
Like moving back home and like I'm single.
So there was a lot of
When
things.
just a lot of
When
things.
it rains, it pours.
Yeah.
Like, it's a big thing in
Yeah.
life. And it sucks because like at those points, like you just can't get out of it. It feels like you keep going down more and more and more.
It was tough these last few months, but literally like right after that article came out, like
Is it?
yeah, I felt better, and then I just got like a whole bunch of like random like gigs like just that week, and I was like, whoa, like things are turning around, like my mood started changing, so it's been cool. It's been nice.
That's
like
good.
I'm a lot happier since like last week.
But you also do graphic design, right?
A little bit.
How experienced would you say your graphic design is compared to your...
On a scale of 1 to 10, like 2.
Oh, shit.
It's really bad. Like, I think people just, like, expect me to do it sometimes. Like, I'll get a requested to, like, do a video edit, and they're like, oh, like, the dimensions of this, like, poster don't fit the video. And I was like, okay. Do I have to do it? And I end up doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I hate doing, like, any kind of graphic work. Just
Me
because, like, even though, like,
too.
because I kind of learned Photoshop to get away.
Dude,
where
I
it's like-
suck at Photoshop.
You
I'm
learn it
so
through
bad
YouTube,
at
right?
it.
You learn it through, but
Yeah.
then you don't learn the full thing. You
Yeah.
just kinda,
I learned it through YouTube.
There's
but
just,
you're
like-
actually kind of tight at it, though. You're
I've been
actually
doing
very
it for
good.
a while though.
Yeah.
I did it before I got into photography.
I have a habit of like not doing things like on different layers, and I just always
Oh,
fuck up the
hell
main
no,
file,
see?
and I'm like, whoops.
That's how I tell people. I'm like, always make new layers.
Yeah.
Work on a new
You can
layer.
teach me
Is that
'cause
destructive
I
editing?
fucking suck.
Huh?
Is that destructive editing? Right? That's what it's called. When you edit on
I
different
didn't
layers,
know.
it's non-destructive
Non-destructive for sure.
because you can always go back.
Yeah, my files are huge, but I can literally go back to them and edit shit whenever I want. Cause
Yeah.
I learned it because like I'd fuck myself over. I'd be at work and I'd be like, they'd be like, can you take this out? And I'd be like, ooh,
Ooh.
fuck. It's already like all.
Oh, that's how I feel about video. Cause okay,
It's
so
all trial and
because I
error.
have a job in the corporate world, right?
Uh-huh.
And I grew up with like knowing destructive video editing, where it's like once you delete something, it's like it's gone. You got to redo it again or whatever, right? Because you can't Command Z your way back to square one. So I would always work with these guys who are like, I would work with these people who like I would work on a video for 2 weeks, and he's like, oh, remember that one portion of the video that we had that first of all they decided to cut it out a long time ago, and I deleted it. Yeah, can we put that portion back in? I'm just like, I don't know. What do you deleted it? I'd have to redo it all over again. So learning
to save versions.
But also what I've done recently is like if there's ever a portion of a video over an edit that I am not gonna use in the final edit,
just new sequence. I always make a new sequence. Yeah,
new sequence, or like I push it to the end of the timeline.
Because back in the day,
just get it over here.
It was like it's just better for organization if you just do the versions, because then you could be like, oh, in V3, what I was looking at, I like that version.
That's how I do it too.
Yeah,
different sequences, different versions.
V3 underscore final
underscore final.
Isn't that David Sachs? You had something that was like version 48 or some shit, bro.
Oh my god, bro.
Version like it was like V55. I was like, I feel so bad for you, Keith.
It was the same 30-second commercial, which they still use, by the way, to this day. But man, it was like I would do the video was finished in like a week, but then I sent it in for review, and he's like, time code 12 seconds, 42 frames. This needs to be gone, or brighten this, or lower this, or whatever. I would come in for 2, 3, 4, 5 a month, 2 months.
58 versions.
There was always a new revision to be done.
It's like, why didn't you just tell me the first time?
I'm like, bro. Well, his mic kept changing.
He's like, oh, can we add this audio? Oh, can we add like little cartoon things? Oh, and I get that, like, you know what I mean? But like, then he'd go back and be like, I don't like any of this.
Yeah, that's annoying.
And when he's like, tell a story with this. What the fuck? Tell a what? What story do you want me to tell?
Just chopped and screwed everything.
Yeah,
like, what do you want me to do?
It's a show with zombies dancing. What the fuck, dude? Like,
and what
gets me mad.
Yeah,
and
that would get me mad.
What I've learned in my experience is that when you're dealing with non-creative people who have those kind of decisions, they usually don't know how to communicate their ideas.
Yeah, can you pan? Can you pan?
So it comes back to us. It comes back to us as creatives to be like, okay, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
What do you want people to feel?
Yeah.
What is it? Like, it almost comes back to your job as the creator to like, or the video editor, to babysit their ideas of like, you know, okay, well, you know, we can try this.
Sometimes you got to steer them in the right direction.
I've gotten so good at that over the past couple of years, where I'm working with the non-creative people, and I know how to steer it to the way I want the video to be edited.
Yeah, finesse it. Like,
and like, well, actually, if you think about it, if we do it that way, then this is gonna happen, and you don't want people to think that, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, you learning how to kind of like talk to people is a really big part of
because
working with clients.
Day, like, you know how it's gonna look.
I spent so much time on so many videos that I wish I didn't.
58 versions, man. It's tough.
And there were like, what, 3 or 4, 5, 6 commercials?
Oh, bro.
For all the different shows?
I just felt bad for you, bro. I was like, thank God I'm not working with him.
I kept hitting up Chuck because we used to work together in that company, and I didn't do visual effects. Like, I was just the video editor, capture, you know. And I was like, yo, can you do this for me in After Effects? And he would do it for me.
You guys are like the ultimate like work couple. Jeez, you guys work so many jobs together.
worthless jobs.
Yeah, jobs like out of nowhere.
We do the most work on the dumbest project.
Oh,
actually, this podcast has been like the most fluid thing for us because like we don't really try that hard.
No, I think that's why it's enjoyable to do to an extent. It's still like we get tired and all that, but it's not something that has to be like fucking perfect.
Yeah.
Like the perfect thing. Well, maybe Keem takes it a little bit perfect, but that's just his that's a good attitude to have towards things.
Yeah.
Try your best at all.
Well, because like sometimes when we do like intros and outros, I want them to go a certain way, and as a creative, you know when something's good, when something's bad.
Yeah.
And you know where you're just like, oh, I'm just gonna have to chop it together in the edit.
Yeah.
You know.
Did I do a good intro?
No, you did great.
Okay.
First of all,
like, do we need to redo
this has been a great episode of the podcast. Yeah. One of the more enjoyable ones, to be honest.
Yeah, we're definitely past the hour mark.
Wait,
okay,
how
like
far are we in?
I have a question because I said videographer, and I know like some people don't like that word.
Cinematographer.
Like cinematographer or filmmaker, and
isn't cinematographer bad too?
I thought they changed the word to content creator.
Damn.
Dude, I don't really care. But do you guys have a preference?
Not really.
Yeah.
Honestly, we live in a world with so many different people that it just depends on who you're talking to. You know, if you're talking to a hiring agency, you're a videographer. Yeah. Or if they're looking for a camera op, you're a camera op. You know, unless you're working for a client who understands the film world, I don't think there's a reason to use cinematographer. No one understands that. Like,
there are some people who are like, I'm a filmmaker. I'm not a videographer, and I'm like, I mean, but for me, I'm like, I don't know. I haven't really made a film per se.
Yeah.
So maybe,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Let's just say you make videos.
Content creator.
Yeah, but then it's like so broad too. It's like, well, what kind of videos do you make?
Yeah.
You know, what's the process?
Yeah.
That's always, it's just like genres to me. I'm like,
Yeah,
just call
I
me
don't
whatever
know.
you want to call me.
Call
If you
me
want to call me
Sunset House.
yeah,
I don't care.
motion picture shooter, cool, great. Go ahead, say whatever you want. But I do.
What
Motion
was that?
picture.
Bartenders want to be called something else now. Was it? Bartenders like to be called
Mixologist?
Mixologist
or something like that. Like,
I
don't care.
love how like the people at the dispensaries are called bud
tenders,
tenders. That's
yeah.
so cute.
I remember when I went to Colorado back in the day, and they were like, "Oh yeah, have you seen a bud tender yet?" I was like, "A what?"
Bud tender?
That's just cute.
I know, that's cute
I
as
was like,
hell,
that's a
man.
cute-ass name.
Did you say butt tender?
Bud.
I got
The sound effect and everything. Damn, I could feel that in my ears, bro.
I just licked
Now
your
we know who
ears.
eats us.
Damn, you just jumped to conclusion. Fuck you.
So one of the last questions that I wanted to ask you before we wrapped up is,
Are we wrapping up? I'm having so much fun.
my butt's hurting, dude.
Oh shit.
I think I sat in this chair wrong.
That's why I bring up butt tender.
Yeah, that's why you brought that up. Huh? You need one.
Oh.
He needs a butt tender.
Whoa.
Ooh.
So question, how do you deal with do you have that pressure on you when you go out and shoot that like you always have to get the dope shots? And do you ever feel like, how do you deal with those moments when like you didn't feel like you got the dope shots or deal with that pressure in the first place?
Yeah, I definitely have the pressure. I'm always like that. I'm like, I have to get everything.
But is it like a self pressure that you bring onto yourself?
That's
Okay.
why I tend to overshoot usually. Yeah.
So you spray and pray.
I do shoot a lot. I overshoot.
How many photos do you usually get in a night?
It depends, like how
1,000?
many hours. Yeah, like 1,000.
Fuck.
I like run around too, though. Like I don't stay in one place. I always change my lens. Like
Same
I
here.
literally like will try to get every single shot. At
People
every
are
single
like, "Damn,
angle.
Chuck, you're everywhere."
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, because it makes me look like I'm doing it. You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
gets those dope angles that you can't just get if you stay in one
Yeah,
spot.
exactly. And there's just so many moments. Like if you miss something, like I don't know, you're kind of fucked. So I always try to switch it up with the different lenses and perspectives, angles. You know.
What's your favorite camera lens to shoot on when you're shooting events?
Yeah, are you more of like a zoom lens or do you
I still
like
don't own the
prime?
70 to
Depends.
200.
Really?
I used to have the Canon one, the 2.8 too.
It depends. Like if I'm shooting festivals, I tend to go for the 16-35 for the wides because a lot of them actually don't like the fisheye. They think that's like a little too wide. So the widest they'll go is 16-35 or 16, and then yeah, I use like a 70 to 200.
Nice.
Yeah,
We
a
do
lot.
fisheye all day over here.
Really?
No.
That's just Chuck-
I
that's
love
just
fisheye
Chuck.
though. I really love fisheye.
I like fisheye.
Because I think it came back from the skateboarding days.
Oh yeah, I
and then
love that look.
That's why I just like it.
I like fisheye personally, but
I understand why people don't like it, especially if you have nobody in your crowd.
You're going to be
Yeah.
shooting
Empty
Tortorella.
as fuck,
But
yeah.
at EDC, that shit looks tight. 'cause
Yeah,
it's like,
it
it makes
looks
it look
dope.
grand.
Mm-hmm.
But I also understand it's a you either like it or you don't like it.
Yeah, I like it. I don't know. I use a nifty 50 a lot too. I don't know.
I'm a prime lens guy. I don't know why. I just like when I try to use like
Even for like music stuff or concerts.
yeah, I'm a piece of shit.
No,
I'd be
that's-
missing
people-
moments too
people do
sometimes,
use
but
that.
I'm like, oh, we switching my lens.
Yeah.
I have my two little cases on each side.
Uh-huh.
I'm just switching.
A lot of people have like two bodies.
Yeah, I wish I had that, but I have a Sony and a.
I'm trying to do my best to like not cough.
Uh-huh.
That's why I'm being quiet and I'm like trying to go to the corner to cough.
I coughed a few times.
That coronavirus is killing me, man.
Dude, I think I have it.
Gina and fucking Keem with the
I know.
coronavirus.
Hey, you guys heard it here first. We started the epidemic.
No.
Just kidding. You know what's crazy is I had a cough all of 2019.
That is
2019.
insane.
Didn't take
For
it
a
seriously
year?
until the end of it, like right around October, November. Like I couldn't do a single episode without like stepping back.
Wow.
You know,
Yeah,
I had it for about
even
2
just
weeks now.
just exhaling, like I would start coughing.
Yeah.
some crazy shit. But it's gone though, right?
Yeah, it's gone. Right now, I just have like a dry throat and like a runny
Mhm.
nose kind of deal.
The weather's changing too. It's like getting warmer, and that's usually what happens.
Yeah.
It changes so fast out
Yeah.
here.
Plus that
Bipolar.
depression.
Yep. I feel that.
I had a really good question and I forgot what it was.
Probably wasn't that good.
No. Oh yeah. Do you? Well, no. You had mentioned the fact that you guys have 2 cameras or whatever. You remember seeing those photographers with like the 2 camera strap?
Yeah.
Right.
I still see them. Yeah.
Is that still a thing? Do people still do that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
hella
smart
people.
because like you think about it.
It's so smart.
You have your probably like telephoto lens
Yep.
and then like your wide and then
Yep.
it's just like you can or your prime.
Yeah.
And it's super
It's
smart.
really
but
smart.
I have 2 different cameras, so I'm like I don't like if I had 2 Sonys, I'd
Uh-huh.
definitely do that. One day when I'm balling, I'm gonna be
Same,
doing that.
same.
I don't
dumb
trust
shit.
myself. I'll be walking around smashing into things.
Yeah, we know that, Keem.
Boom, boom. Just hitting the corner with your 7200. Oh shit.
Yeah, a lot of photographers, a lot of festival photographers have 2 bodies.
Ah.
I want to get on that level.
What's your dream
Not
lens?
with your expensive ass camera.
The 1DX Mark II. So you might go to the 1DX Mark III.
Yeah, and then maybe I'll have the 2 and the 3.
Damn, you're gonna be ripped.
Damn.
You're
It's
gonna be buff
so
as fuck.
heavy. Imagine. I'm just gonna be like doing like that for weight.
You're just gonna have ripped. You're
Yeah.
just gonna be ripped.
Start
your own
SpongeBob.
Oh my god! Imagine me ripped.
There should be like a gym for creatives. Work out with your camera gear.
Yeah.
Have the Ronin on you.
Oh my gosh! I just got that too.
And-
Oh, you got a Ronin?
Just the Ronin S.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
That
Even
shit's heavy
that, though,
too. Yeah.
I have that's the Ronin S, right?
Yeah, I did a whole day with shooting with that, and that
Mhm.
I've never felt like so tired in my life. Like I was fatigued, and like that Lumix is like heavy,
Uh-huh.
so I was like, God damn it! Like this is like, I was like, why do I still have like little muscles in my arms still? And then I was like, this is why, because this camera shit, like you do for like 8 hours straight,
Yeah.
bro. It's like holding a weight like this. Like at the beginning, it's super easy. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, this ain't that heavy. But hold it there for a few hours, and then
Yeah.
you're gonna be like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
So you probably got that mountain climbing strength.
Hopefully. I don't know. It's getting there a little bit. No. Weak as fuck.
The chicken bone.
Yeah.
Have you always been a Canon shooter?
I had the Sony A6300
Oh, okay.
between.
You still have it,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, I
my
still
bad.
have it. Mm-hmm.
Because
What lens do you have? Just the kit?
Yeah, just a kid. Just a kid.
Chuck went from the Canon to Sony to Panasonic.
Yeah.
Videos still
Making all
suck.
the
Videos
it
still
doesn't
trash.
matter.
You're doing
That's
6K
why I was
raw.
saying, I
Videos
don't
still
need
suck.
new cameras.
I think that Blackmagic 6K is his last option there.
Nah, I'm done. I was like looking at shit.
That's
like,
why I'm done getting hyped over gear now. It's just like my videos are gonna suck, man. I'm gonna get these like $100 budgets. Like,
I've seen people shoot on like red cameras and look terrible. And I was
Yeah.
like, damn, it really is up to this shooter.
I've definitely seen that too.
I was like, what the fuck? Look at the T2Y.
do you know?
Bro.
Do you know
That's
who?
bad.
Do you know who Roberto Rodriguez is?
No. who's
He's
that?
a filmmaker.
Uh-huh.
He's I think one of his breakout films was El Mariachi. He did a whole hour and a half long movie. I think it was in Mexico for
Uh-huh.
like a $5,000 budget. I think it was.
Uh-huh.
And he ended up getting he created it in like the early 90s, sold it or showed it in film festivals, and then ended up getting somebody to pick it up to turn it into the the movie on Antonio Banderas.
El Chapo.
It's a big movie. Once Upon a Time in Mexico
Oh, no,
with
I haven't
Antonio
seen it.
Banderas.
Oh,
And,
you're talking about Machete.
Reason I bring that up is would you ever want to do a movie? We're looking for crew members.
Oh, you guys are
No.
We want to make a movie. We just don't have any
No.
ideas.
no.
I definitely want to do a movie one day, but
Yeah, me too.
It's I haven't even wrote a script before, so
Yeah, me neither.
I
I
can't
want
say
to do more
shit.
music videos.
Yeah.
Ah.
I think after
Yeah.
I watched this one video, it kind of hurt me with the music videos, and I was like, damn, it really hit me hard because it was this guy who's done like Britney Spears
Uh-huh.
music videos, but he's like, music videos aren't the same no more. He's like,
Yeah.
they're literally not like how they used to be, where
Mhm.
everything was focused on like beautiful sets and putting
Yeah.
money into it, especially back in MTV days. You know,
Oh,
like
yeah.
Eminem videos
Dude,
and
when
like
I see
Jamar-
Missy Elliott's
Oh my
videos, I'm like,
God.
dude, they're so high budget, so good
But
quality.
now it's like it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You can, and you know, no offense to the Chance the Rapper video, but it was the one with Lil Wayne.
I don't think
It
I
was
saw that one.
terrible.
Yeah.
It was terrible, and I
Why?
was like, it was just. I don't know if that was what they were going for,
Uh-huh.
but it looked like a T3i,
Uh-huh.
and it was like the worst angles, and it was just, it was. I don't know if that was like the aesthetic they're going for,
Was it like
but it
shot
got
on VHS?
169 million views,
Oh.
and it kind of just shows you that It's subjective nowadays because it doesn't matter.
See Doja Cat's video for what's it
Juicy?
called? Moo. No, the first one
Moo,
she did.
Oh, yeah.
literally
But see,
shot on her freaking.
I
like
webcam,
that. The thing
Yeah.
about that was just funny. I'm pretty sure she didn't think it'd pop off that
Yeah,
much.
she said she just did
That's
it on
like
a
a
whim
meme.
because of the outfit.
But for
Yeah.
sure, like that's what the guy was trying to explain. He's like, this shit can get big, and it's not. He wasn't mad at it. He's
Yeah.
like, that's just how it is. Like you can
It
get over
is,
it.
yeah.
But it's like you're not gonna be able to find the budgets like we used to be able to find because it's not the same no more.
Yep, because
And-
you don't need it.
And that's the one thing that sucks with me is because I do want specific things, but it costs money to get permits and get locations and get.
Yeah.
And if I can't get that, then I kind of don't want to do it because like I don't know.
Well, that's definitely a thing. Like budgets are not what they used to be. I wasn't around back in the day when films were or music videos were costing $20,000-$50,000 to make.
More than that.
I was not around in those days.
Hundreds of thousands.
Yeah.
But I
millions.
just know from my personal experience, I don't think I've done a music video for more than maybe $500,000, maybe. That's it. Maybe a little bit more.
You've done some, or you won't
Yeah.
do it.
No, I'm saying like that's what they usually go for nowadays, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure there's videos that I've done for
I've done
150,
it
200
for so
bucks.
cheap. Yeah.
Yeah, I've
Only
done
two
free
that I've done.
I've done videos for free. Like, you know,
Yeah.
it just depends on if you like the music or not. But just it goes back to what Chuck is saying is that, you know, it's no longer a requirement, right? Nobody really, I feel like the respect for music videos isn't what it used to be, where it's like if an artist was signed, then the label would be like, okay, well, we have to have a budget aside.
I
But
still
now-
appreciate it.
Oh, I love
I
it.
do. Yeah, we as creatives do.
Yeah.
There's this artist like a few of them like Sirius Klein and like Coltrane. Like they had like especially Coltrane had this amazing video that all videographers whoever did that video fucking killed it.
Coltrane?
I'll show you it after. It's so dope. But like it had like 26,000 views on it, and I was like, this video's fucking amazing. It's still really it's higher production than the normal. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? But it was just like I was like, damn, that sucks. And same with the Sirius Klein. Like I love how they did the whole video, but it had only so many views.
Did
and
you
I was
see the Lil Dicky pillow talking video?
just like, yeah.
Yeah, he spent like 500, like $500,000 on that one. But then the one that's like
Wait, he went around the mansions and stuff.
no, that's the one he did for free.
Yeah.
But that one
Right.
has way more views than the other music video where
Yeah.
he spent
There's the
like
concept
$500,000
behind it, though.
Yeah.
There's the
And-
concept of like, I'm trying to do a
Man,
video
I
for free.
love sleep or pillow talking. It's so good.
Is that the one with the little brain?
Yes, it's
Yeah.
like it's one of my favorite
Brain
pieces
gotta
of work.
poop.
Yeah.
Brain gotta poop.
Like he's doing all three characters. Like I'm like, that's fucking genius.
500,000 he spent on it.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
It was like
or
Oliver.
maybe like $1 million.
That's why I like
don't know.
Oliver Tree too.
I could have done it for 150.
Yeah, hit him up next time. No,
Because that's why I like Oliver Tree. I love all
I
his
love
fucking
Oliver Tree, and he
videos.
directs them.
He's smart though. He's just a
so
very unique
good.
character. I was
Yes.
like, fuck.
I love him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the
he's-
dude with the weird haircut, right?
Yeah.
the bowl cut.
That fool's tight, bro.
Have you guys heard of Tiny Meat Gang?
No.
Oh
Dude,
my God.
oh my
have you seen their
God.
new music
No,
video?
hold on. So I haven't, but
Oh my god,
I like that name.
it's so good. It's so good.
it's a good day for a band.
Noel Miller, oh my god, he directed this like new music video. It's really good. He's funny. Like him and Cody Ko, they're like old Viners. I don't know if you remember them.
Old Viners, nice.
Yeah.
I hardly know her. You're talking about that Vine app, right?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. But you've heard of them or no?
Tiny Meat Gang.
Yeah.
I saw an ad for their shit one time,
Uh-huh.
but I never checked them out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a new music video out. It's so good. So good.
Tiny Meat Gang. Do
Yeah.
not sponsor this video.
I like that name
I get a
lot.
lot of inspiration from like music videos and stuff like
No,
that.
100%. They it's like the most creative. Like I feel because like in that short amount of time, if you can get something visually like pleasing,
Yeah.
it does so much. Because the music too. Because if you love the
Yeah.
song and then you get a good visual behind it, it sticks to you way harder.
Yeah.
That's why I love music videos still. But if I don't get the budget, I'm not doing it no more because it's a headache and it's not
Yeah.
fun. And if it fucking fucks up my day, I'm just like, I don't want to do this shit no more. That's why I want to make money, and then I can do whatever I want. Because then I won't have to worry about that shit.
Big ballin'.
If it happens. If not,
Yeah.
Oh, so you're saying like you'd rather do a video for free on your terms than having to get paid?
more of
and-
just like if like just have a budget. So just like this one guy was talking about it who did what's that fucking little Nas Panini.
Uh-huh.
So he was talking about it like he's like I could pay nothing from this video. And
My
it was
Diva.
it was a
Oh
400.
my god,
He's like
he's so.
he said it was a
fucking
$400,000 budget video, and he's like, yeah, he's like I spent all the money on the video,
Ugh.
and I was like, that's tight, bro. That's respect.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? He's like, I just want to have
He's
fun
like
with
one
it.
of my idols. He's
tight.
so good.
There's a director. We used to be out here in Vegas. Trent Babington. He did a video. I looked up to that dude so much.
Yeah, because he was using the 70 and he was
using the 70 and he was doing some dope videos. I was like, whoa, bro. And I finally got to meet a couple years ago, and I asked him, like, how did you guys make that video? And he's like, well, to be honest with you, it was a headache, and like I came out of like $6,000 out of pocket.
But he was building the sets himself.
He was building the sets, like, yeah, he's like, they never paid me for that video. I was like, damn, that's crazy, and that's one of my favorite videos from you.
You know what? If I was like super invested into a song or an artist, I would probably do that too.
And see, that's where, like, if I ever live my dream of like owning a record label and I have like an upcoming artist or just an artist I like that I got on my label, I'm for sure gonna fucking do a video for him for free.
Yeah.
You know, like, cause that's just, I already love you as an artist.
Yeah.
Now you're on my label. Now you're making dope music. I want to do a dope
There's
video.
a ton of like artists that I want to work with that I'm just like, I would probably work for you for free.
Call them out.
I'm not gonna say it because in case they want to pay me. No.
Yeah.
Funky Fluids. Just
Nobody
kidding.
won't.
That was a band that me and Chuck were gonna start.
Funky Fluids.
Cause he can talk box.
Oh yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Really good.
I've been talking boxing since I was like 13.
Have you
years old.
seen Diamond Ortiz
Yeah.
at
Yeah,
Cricket's
yeah.
Playhouse?
I shot for him.
God, he's
Well, I didn't
so good.
I didn't shoot for him, but I met him because I worked for MC Magic, and he would do all these shows all over Cali, Nevada, Arizona, and every time I would go to one of his shows, he would be there.
He's so dope.
He's dope.
He's so talented.
Yeah, I tried to get him when he was out here at Beauty. No, it wasn't Beauty Bar.
Probably Commonwealth.
Was it Commonwealth?
Mhm.
Yeah, Commonwealth. Yeah,
He's been there a few times.
yeah. Dope.
Yeah,
Talk
he's
boxing is
freaking
so dope
dope.
to me.
Do you ever see like a piece of work and you're just like, dang, like this is so cool. Like sometimes I have like crushes on like whoever like directed or something just from the work that they made, and I'm
So
like,
many people.
oh my gosh.
But then I remember I'm a dude, and it would look weird if I said something.
I mean, are there girls, female creators out there? I don't know.
Yeah, there
There's
is for
so
me. I'm
many.
like, damn.
Do you have some like
I'm
creative
like,
crushes?
That's crazy.
I
was
felt
like-
that way of Little Dicky after seeing that for like a month. I was like, dude, I have a crush on him for sure.
I had a crush on Oliver Tree. I was like, this fool's tight as fuck.
Definitely had a crush on him.
Because he's so, his mindset was just fucking like out there.
Yeah.
But the thing is, his music, it's not all my favorite. But
Really? I love his music
I
too.
fuck with it.
Yeah.
Like, I really like it. I'm like,
His
damn,
whole thing is like an act too.
he's just
which
clean though.
Yeah.
He knows his shit.
Yeah.
Like, he's definitely an eccentric dude, and he just
Yeah.
knows his shit though.
He naturally has a bowl cut, but I think when he performed on like Jimmy Fallon or
I
something,
think it's gone now.
he wore like a bald cap over his bowl cut and then put a bowl cut over it, and he was wearing stilts, and then he like
Yeah,
fell.
he does that at his shows
yeah,
too.
he's such a.
I think he got rid of it.
Oh,
Who-
really?
Who does he date right now? I think he dates
He's
like
dating
a
someone?
weird artist. Another weird artist. She's like, or I might be lying. I just might be lying.
I first heard about
Shit.
him on the H3 podcast. You know the H3 podcast.
I seen him on
That's where I
Churdley's
first
back
heard
in the
him.
day.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's how I know.
he was
him
on
from.
Churdley's?
Yeah. She's like,
Have you seen Churdley's?
Yeah.
That's just so
Dude,
weird.
I'm addicted to watching those videos. Nah, dude, you coming over here, you ruined my day, dude.
You kill my vibe, dude.
It's so
love those
crazy
fools.
how Ethan has a kid now.
Oh,
Yeah.
from
It's
H3?
insane. Yeah.
Ethan Klein and Ela Klein.
It just makes me happy because I've seen so many of these YouTubers start from like nothing, like all the way to like just kidding
Yes.
films and stuff. Like I just see,
Yeah.
like when they had barely anything, they were living in their house, and now they have like full blown studios with like 30 employees.
I
and
don't
I'm
think
like,
I've ever seen their videos.
JK?
JK, like, all right, like their skits, like back in the day, like 2007, they used
Mm-hmm.
to make me laugh. But then I kind of seen the newer ones, and I was like, oh, these are cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I just love how they've always showed their life, and they've all progressed. Like now they own businesses, now they own like gyms, they own restaurants,
Jeez.
And they
show-
literally vlog everything. Like,
Yeah.
Really?
here's how we did it. Here's what we had
And
to
the
go
thing
through.
about
Like,
them two is they don't give a fuck.
Uh-huh.
The two owners, like they don't care about being super professional or anything. I think they can be. They're smart. They made millions.
Do they
but-
monetize their videos?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
but they got it like they've been fucked from the whole YouTube
Yeah.
thing. But they
talking
just
about the apocalypse?
yeah, they just I know they're smart. They're just very smart people. They're very good people too. Like they treat all their employees very well.
Yeah.
Is
Is that what you guys are trying to do? Like monetize with this podcast?
one day
or-
hopefully.
Yeah.
Once we
That
even
would be
hit
cool. That would be cool. But
once
honestly,
we even
like,
hit the partnership,
Are you
but
guys gonna start vlogging?
I feel like it's gonna be a very, very long journey for us
Yeah.
because we're such a niche podcast. And first of all, nobody gets big from podcasting. You know what I mean? So it's like
some people
a lot.
do, or
like
people who are already
big
have
start podcasts,
right.
and it's mostly comedians like Bobby Lee, Theo Von, Joe Rogan. Like he was already pretty big as a comedian, and then started his podcast. Like
I love Chris D'Elia's.
Congratulations podcast. But yeah, I feel like for us it's just a kind of a way for us to meet people. If we can monetize it one day, that'd be cool. But it's not really like a priority for us. Like we have other endeavors that we do.
Yeah.
If anything, it's just a window for us to be able to meet and have conversations with cool people.
Yeah. 100%.
Cool.
Like it would be dope just out of nowhere to have Bobby Lee come through one day. Like just
That'd
you know what I mean?
So
like,
cool.
Wouldn't that be crazy?
He probably could.
Probably could.
He probably could get
he's so
hella
random.
comedians coming through Vegas.
He'd probably be like, you guys have less than 800,000 subscribers? Sure.
Yeah.
They'd be talking so much shit though. I know it, and I'd be laughing.
I'm almost scared to talk to Bobby Lee.
Yeah, I feel like he'd do some shit.
Like Bobby, I have a job. Can't say certain things.
Because like when you're at that level, you have the power to do whatever the fuck you want. You can just be
Yeah.
like this shit's whack. I'm out.
That's his
I'd be
brand. That's his
Yeah.
brand completely. Like, man, that's one of the things I like so much about his podcast and stuff. Like
He's so good.
he'll
Him
say
and
things.
his girlfriend or his wife.
Yeah.
They're good.
They'll say some super
Tiger
inappropriate
Lily.
things, and then to their guests. Oh, don't worry, we'll cut that out. We'll cut that.
And
But
they
they
never
never
Never cut it out. Yeah.
I love
like
that.
That's
shit.
kind of what I want to gear towards one day. When I don't have to like answer to anybody really.
Yeah.
It just sucks because
like
you can't when you don't have
censoring.
nothing.
Yeah.
Because he even said before he's like I fucked up because I said the wrong things and I've missed out so many opportunities.
Like what, brand deals or something?
Yeah, a lot of shit.
Oh.
Because he was doing dumb shit. He was like pooping. He was like getting naked in front of like producers and big people. Like he didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
That was his mentality back in the day. And he's like, Tyler Creator said the same thing too. He's like, damn, I kind of wish I didn't say all that shit. And now he regrets it because he's older, more mature,
Yeah.
and relaxed a little bit. He's like, yeah, I wish I didn't.
But
do
at
that
the
shit.
time, there's like a certain kind of coolness to being like
Of course.
you and just being open.
It's just
you
being
know?
human. You
Yeah.
learn. You live and learn. That's
Yeah.
why you can't go to the past and bring up the past because
Yeah.
you do change as a person.
Yeah.
And that's why I kind of want to just keep it clean though too, because if I ever do a business and I've said something on here that wasn't truly what I wanted to say, it could bite me in my ass.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, not yet.
Have you guys ever regretted anything?
Nah.
Like saying something?
Have we?
I'm pretty sure we. I think we've
there's
edited
been one
I think we've-
episode
Yeah.
where
I
we
think
cut something out, but that's
Uh-huh.
just because I think the conversation naturally got political, and I was like, we do not want to associate the podcast with that.
okay,
You know
yeah.
what I
And
mean?
also, I think it was just like said something and it sounded weird because there's a little bit of like it sounded like there was a misinterpretation, but it didn't sound bad on my part when I was listening to it.
I
And
completely
then-
Now I
forgot
feel
which
bad
part.
for like cussing because
Nah.
I have a potty mouth.
We
So.
we don't cut things like that.
Oh,
out.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, should
I don't
be
think
careful?
I don't think we cussed that much on this one. So it's like maybe we did.
Yeah, because you were not getting our 12 cents of ad revenue.
Damn it.
We don't even get ad revenue.
That's why I like podcasts, though, because like you get that long form of getting to know somebody and their
Yeah.
personality. Like that's I love podcasts because I get to know Bobby Lee, who he is.
Yeah.
I would never have known him as much as I do had it not been for his podcast. Like I understand his comedy and the Mad TV and the stuff he's done on public, but like the podcast is really where it's at.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I don't know that much about Bobby Lee, but like after that, like after seeing this podcast, I like love him to
Yeah.
death.
I don't watch his as much, but I watch Chris D'Elia's like all the time.
I watch Theo Von's too. That's
Oh,
what's
Theo
funny.
Von's is funny too.
That dude's
Yeah.
a character. You can't make up somebody like him. You know.
Yeah.
He's that southern, that's deep southern voice. Always coming up with some kind of
Some witty ass shit.
some Molly Whipper.
He's like some front chesticles, them frontal man bags.
He's always coming up with names for things. Yeah, that's not me though.
Yeah,
But yeah,
Well,
is there anything else you guys want to?
we're at the 2
Hit
hour.
on.
Oh,
Damn, 2 hours.
Hour 40 mark.
Damn, Gina. Has anybody ever said that?
Everyone always says that.
Really?
Yeah. Damn, Gina. I had a lot of like weird nicknames in high school.
Has anybody ever gone Gina, Bobina?
No.
No.
People call me Gina a lot.
Oh, I didn't even think of that one. No.
Yeah.
Damn.
Uh-huh.
I feel like that's a super bad moment.
That's like some bro shit.
Yeah. People just naturally call me that and I'm just like, okay, I'm used to it. It's never offended me.
That's good though.
Yeah.
I feel like that was like a super bad moment when he's like, oh, you know, like family jewels. Oh, like nuts. Oh man, is there is there anything?
And that's where we end the podcast.
That's where we end the podcast. Is there anything you want to plug? You want to go ahead and like let people know where they can find you online?
Yeah, you can find me at Gina Joy Photo on Instagram.
Boom. We're gonna put all your information in the description down below.
All right.
Everybody who's tuning in, thank you guys for catching us. We'll catch you on the next morning dinner.
Oh shit! The camera's right here.
What are you looking at?
There used to be a camera over there.
At the rice cooker.
Yeah.
Keem forgot his shit though. All
Peace.
right. Later, y'all.
Every time I come in the kitchen, you in the kitchen. In the goddamn refrigerator.
I sure am hungry.
Let's see how fast we can do this outro. That wraps up episode 90 of the Morning Dinner Podcast with Gina Joy Chong. That was a dope episode, man. What did you like about that episode?
Everything about it. That's why it was so damn long.
Dude, that was probably one of our longer episodes, huh?
But before anything,
Oh, we forgot to say it in the beginning. Don't forget to
like,
and then
subscribe, comment.
Because we need the analytics stuff.
We need the viewership. Makes us look popping. And
we're
if
trying
not,
to hit 1,000 subscribers this year, guys. Let's make it happen.
Shout out to y'all. Love y'all.
Also, if you haven't noticed the one camera angle, and you're still tuning in and you're wondering, this whole episode they never addressed it. Well, because I forgot one of my cameras, and now we're being creative, guys. It's all about finding solutions to problems, being a problem solver, not a problem.
I kind of like it.
Bring her
no
up.
lie.
I kind of like this, actually. We might just do this from now on, bro.
And just go back to switching?
Yeah.
I think so.
I like
Let
that.
me know. Let me know.
There were a couple of times where you messed up, but I don't care. If you guys are still listening, don't forget to smash that like button, comment, and subscribe.
All right, you already said that. Later, y'all.
Okay, that wraps up the Morning Dinner Podcast. Bye.